Good morning, good morning. We are here today. Today is Tuesday. Markets are at all-time highs. The Nasdaq is basically at all-time highs right now. Oil is down to $78 a barrel, $78.31 a barrel right now. Gold is at 43.60s. It's up on the day. Bitcoin is still around 66,000 if you look at Bitcoin here. And markets are getting excited. Tomorrow is the FOMC meeting. So we do have the FOMC meeting tomorrow. And this is Warsh's first meeting heading into it. A lot of news to cover. But basically, both sides are agreeing that a deal is basically done and that they signed it virtually or digitally. And now they're going to have the final ceremony on Friday, apparently in Geneva, Switzerland. But man, look at SpaceX this morning, guys. SpaceX at 7 or 8 o'clock last night went all the way up to $230 a share here. $230 a share. Got up to $229.85. So look at this move here. Crazy move. And again, look at the Nasdaq right now. Nasdaq is currently at 30,960s. But good morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful day in markets, guys. It's a beautiful day in markets. And let's say hello to the chat. Good morning. Ava, Steve, Doc, Kim, Proxy, Old Hack, Apex, Jonathan, MA, Gamer Freak, Jason, D, Shar, Max. What's up, dude? Brian. Did I say Brian already? MVK. Good morning, my friend. Big Slum. Sean, Don, Vegas, DJ, Ashun, Chan, Random, Gene, Java, Fire, Central, Sam, DW, Zeke, Jay Violent. Good morning. Checkerboard. Hello. Mickey, easy to understand. Maj, Richard, Lloyd, Pablo, F, NC, Paul. Good morning, guys. Good morning. We are here today, man. Look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq just jumped over all-time highs again here, guys. Nasdaq just jumped over all-time highs again. Almost to 31,000. I think we'll probably break 31,000 today. I think we'll probably break it. We don't know for sure. But I think it'll probably break it. A lot of talk is on SpaceX today. Specifically, they're saying SpaceX could have a larger market cap than Amazon today. It's on pace to overtake Amazon in market cap today. It would become the 4th largest U.S. company in the world. It would mark the 3rd consecutive daily gain. It IPO'd at $135 on Friday. It's currently at $208 a share this morning. $208 a share. Yeah, that is the market today. What's up, Pew? What's up, Coffee, please? Good morning, guys. Good morning. Will SpaceX break this 230 high today? Look at the Nasdaq. 31,000 is just right here. Honestly, I really want to buy this, but it's up so much. I'm a little bit nervous about buying it, but I do kind of want to buy this morning. The president is also reportedly considering firing officials who oppose the nuclear agreement, among them Hegseth and Ratcliffe, apparently. So we got that news earlier. We did get news that 3 Iranian oil tankers and 2 cargo ships are currently sailing towards Iran from the Indian Ocean, according to Al Arabia. And yeah, it's a beautiful day. Oil, guys. Let's take a look at oil. Oil is all the way down to 78.30s here. Max, are you still in that oil short? Because, man, oil is down significant. We also have Brit here today. Brit is here.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I was just waiting for a second.
Yeah, well, sometimes you got to keep waiting,
No, you don't. Anyway, good morning, everybody.
Yeah, dude. The first time I looked at the Nasdaq, it was at like 930s. It's all the way up to 970s right now. 975 this morning. So, John, what's happening? Yeah, you guys know. Today's market gap up. Is there a direction beside long today? Look at gold. Look at gold. Here's gold right here. Gold is very nice today. I might buy the dip in gold. Where are yields this morning? I'm assuming yields are down and rate high odds are going down as well here. Yeah, yields are down very much today on the lower oil pricing. So look at 10-year treasury yields this morning. They are at 4.44%. You look at a 5-day chart. Since late last week when we heard that we might get a deal done, yields have fallen down pretty significantly here today. We have Kevin Warsh's first meeting tomorrow, guys. First meeting tomorrow for Kevin. Classes in session. I'm pretty much out of the short. rate cuts. I don't know if we're going to get rate cuts. If we look at the CME watch, I mean, we're not getting rate cuts tomorrow. That's for sure, right? Like, that's objectively, true. Maybe not. That's probably. I would be shocked if we got a rate cut tomorrow or something crazy like that. But if we look at odds for rates now it's basically 60-40, no rate hike. So we got a 42% chance that rates will end the same as they are now this year in December. And then we have, still about a 60% chance, a little bit under 60% chance that we'll end higher than we are now, depending on how quickly everything fades a little bit today, guys. Do me a favor, as you join the stream, hit the like button. Support the channel. We appreciate it. What's up, Keo? Good morning. Hi from Singapore. Just arrived now. What's up, Rand? Warsh speaks tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The rate decision, which is going to be a pause, is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, we did get news earlier that SpaceX acquired another company. What was it? What was the company that they acquired here? They announced the acquisition of Anisphere via merger. It's the company behind Cursor, one of the hottest AI coding tools right now. It's a move to consolidate AI capabilities under SpaceX. So, and I think it's a good thing for SpaceX, honestly. We also get SpaceX options today, guys. So we do get SpaceX options today as well. They'll begin trading today. First day puts and calls available. Expect massive first day option volume. IV is likely a huge amount for today with SpaceX. And yeah, we'll see what that looks like as well. Are you buying SpaceX, chat? Let me know. Break getting FOMO. What's up, Chris? I'm excited for all the news tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow the Fed meeting regarding SpaceX. I know a lot of chat is holding some SpaceX options open today, so it could put some pressure points. Yes, sir, it could. What's up, Sam? War should come out swinging with a rate hike. He's almost certainly not doing that. And again, guys, Bitcoin is up today. Look at Bitcoin right now, dude. Bitcoin, 66,000. It's still not good. I wouldn't call it good. A lot of people are still going to go to the 4-year cycle, but you can see how much it's gone back up. It was at like 60K, 6 days ago or so, 5 or 6 days ago. So it is up pretty significantly on optimism about maybe more rate cuts now that oil is stabilizing. Oil at $78 a barrel is the lowest oil has been in a long time here. If you look at oil, should I buy gold though today, guys? Gold is pulling back some. Should I buy gold? I might take a little gold trade this morning. We had a good day yesterday, although it was back and forth for sure. But we did make money yesterday as well. So let's see what we get today. Yeah, so gold is pulling back some. So is the Nasdaq. What's up, Britt?
Nothing. I was down a little bit over the last few minutes, but not much. No, I was just I was hoping gold would keep falling. I mean, I know it might, I guess, but I don't think it's going to. But I was hoping it would keep falling because I kind of wanted to get in on a little bit of it,
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, gold. A lot of people are saying like 3,500s is what people are saying buy gold at.
Yeah, it's still a little too high for me, honestly. Well,
relative to where it was at last year, that makes sense because it was at 5,600s last year. So it doesn't mean anything quite yet for gold, but It has pulled back a reasonable amount, I think. It just depends on if this conflict ends and oil prices keep dropping, yields will go down and more people will buy gold, most likely. So that's kind of the story of gold right now. Is if you think this conflict stuff's going to end and we're going to have it, lower yields essentially, gold might be time to buy long term. Short term, I have no idea what we're looking like. Yeah. At this point, we got about a 50% chance of a hike by the end of the year still. And so, yeah, we got about a 50% chance of a hike this year still. So it's not like we have no chance of a rate hike this year. But maybe I will buy gold down here. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it might keep dropping. Nobody knows, man. Everybody thinks they know, but nobody really knows.
No, nobody knows. Especially in terms of policy. We're going to have to wait tomorrow to see what Warsh has got to say, is what it really is. Like, we got to see what Warsh says tomorrow in terms of future monetary policy decisions. And that's going to be a big moving point for gold. It's just what Warsh's tone is going to be like tomorrow. Whenever it becomes highly likely that we're going to make a specific decision during the FOMC meeting and decision, then everything pivots to what the chairman says, right? Like the chairman, they'll put out a statement at 2 o'clock. In that statement, I'm assuming they're going to stress the price of oil and the inflationary aspects of it lately. But now with oil starting to turn back, a little bit better here, we'll see. It's up in the air. I do think the conflict and everything ending is good for the 60-day news. I think the next thing you have to price in outside of this current deal for 60 days is going to be whether we get a finalized version of this within 60 days. That's what I think is going to be important to look at. What's up, G-Man? What's up, Straight Jacket? What's up, World Speech? Gamer Freak. What's up, Ray? Hey, John, do you have a cold? You sound like that. No, I don't have a cold right now. I do not have a cold, sir.
And no, I wasn't talking about shorting gold, Straight Jacket. I was talking about buying physical gold.
I'm going to do a poll today. Is it time to buy gold? I think that's a good first question for the poll. Is it time to buy gold? Not investment professional, guys. Not investment advice. Is it time to buy gold right now? What do you guys think? Gold buy or sell? Vote on the poll. Vote on the poll. What's up, Zach? Another Australian friend. Yeah, I have kind of a raspy voice anyway. Like, my voice is kind of raspy. And so, yeah. But let's see. So far, the chat says 71% no, it's not time to buy gold. No? What about the Nasdaq here? What do you guys think about the Nasdaq? I don't know what to do with this. Nasdaq at 30,950s. Listen, if you've learned anything, this falls apart in 60 days to pump oil again. I honestly wouldn't even be surprised. Can't lose DCA gold. Hit the like button. Buy MU into earnings. Yeah, let's take a look at MU today. Look at it. The Nasdaq is very close to 30K though. But if yesterday taught me anything, it's don't get too greedy at these all-time high levels. But MU is at 1127. Look at memory plays. SpaceX has fallen a little bit over the last 15 minutes though. So SpaceX is dipping here today. I'm surprised we don't. Well, it hit 230 basically last night, and since then now it's at 206s right now. So 206s. So yeah, we're watching it, and we're in it. We're in SpaceX right now. We are green in SpaceX. We're in it. We hope it keeps up, but it's an IPO, so you just got to be careful with it as well. That's a nice bull flag on MU. Yeah, look at MU. Look at SanDisk still though. SanDisk is almost 22. Yeah, it's at 2100s. It's almost at 2200s. Kind of wild moves, wild prints. Yeah, we have SpaceX options coming out soon. I'm going to be watching for those also, to be honest. So we'll see what SpaceX options brings. Let's find the options here for SpaceX. There they are. Or no, that's Apple. Let me see. SpaceX. Yeah, the options aren't out yet. They don't open up until 9:30, but that's an important talking point for today with regards to options in SpaceX. But SpaceX is back up to 208s already. Look at it jump. So moving but volatile here. Oil, guys, down to 78.20s here. Is this an overreaction? What do you guys think? Yes or no? Is this an overreaction here? Buy, hold. DCA become rich in SpaceX. Space Z. Yeah, I think there's a lot of rotation going on here. The Nasdaq is up big, right? So the Nasdaq is up big. The Dow is up some as well, though. The Dow boomers. The Dow is at 52,000s. So Dow's holding pretty well here, pretty well. But I think there's been a lot of rotation over the last few weeks, obviously, with everything going on. There's been a lot of craziness. I'm the gold trader around here. Oil soon $75. I know that everything is so bullish, but I have a bad feeling for stocks today. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We don't really have a big catalyst today influencing things. Tomorrow is the day where I think, if Warsh comes out hawkish, markets might panic still. If he comes out hawkish, big if. But if Warsh comes out hawkish today,
are there odds on that?
I don't know if there's odds on him being hawkish or not. I am assuming he's going to be at least a little bit hawkish, but I also think with the current deal that we've gotten over the last week, he might be less hawkish than he would have been a week and a half ago, obviously. And so, I don't know. I think at this point in time, markets are pricing in a 16% chance of a rate cut this year on Poly Market.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get rate. I think we might keep rates the same this year. Speaking of this, gold is still breaking down some here. Look at gold. Gold is at 43.60s right now. So, what's your favorite asset to buy today? Gold, silver, stocks, Bitcoin, SpaceX, Nasdaq, S&P, Dow. What do you guys want to buy today? Memory plays, MU, DRAM, SanDisk.
I don't have enough money for any of those things. So. I might have enough money. I might have enough money for breakfast. You know.
Yeah, the market is closed Friday. Surprisingly enough, I forgot. I didn't realize it was closed. XRP, oil looks good. Gold, SpaceX. I hope we get quantitative tightening. I don't think we will, but we could. Stocks, strategy, SpaceX, MU, long leverage. Nothing. I'll be sleeping. Whatever is cheaper. Silver. Nasdaq and semiconductors, Netflix, Meta, Microsoft, SpaceX options, Marvell, strategy.
I will say gold makes a great birthday gift, you know.
Yeah, I'll give you, I'll give you 1/50th
of an ounce.
Of an ounce. 1/50th of an ounce, you know.
Hey, that'll work, man. Hey, the more than I had yesterday, right?
Yeah, in 50 years, you might have a little bit of money, just a little bit, in 50 years. But a little bit of money in 50 years might be like $5,000, So,
yeah, at that point, it'd be just enough to pick up the dinner tab,
Right. You could get a Happy Meal in 50 years for $5,000 probably, or something like that. A lot of people are talking about ServiceNow this morning. ServiceNow is now red as well. Software. Microsoft is all the way down to 396s here. So Microsoft. Let's look at Oracle. Where's Oracle at? Oracle's still at 190s. It's holding okay. So Oracle is still trying to hold here. Not strategy. It's a scam. Well, it's based to the price of Bitcoin. The only thing both sides could agree on is to lift the blockade during a ceasefire. About to do what I like, which is bot. B-O-T.
What are they grossed out about?
What?
I said ew. What are they grossed out about?
Who's grossed out? Did I say grossed out?
No, it said ew. Like ew.
Oh, well, he said ooh, talking about, I'm pretty sure he's talking about strategy here. Strategy at 131.
I didn't know what he was talking about, but I was just joking. Like,
yeah,
I knew he wasn't like saying ew. Never mind.
I see somebody say the new Fed chair will be dovish, otherwise he would have left Powell. Yeah, I mean, I think he'll be more dovish than Powell is, but I don't think he's going to be so quick to print. I don't think he's going to do quantitative easing easily. I think it's going to be somewhere in the middle. I think he might cut interest rates a little bit more freely and aggressively versus Powell, but I don't think he's going to print. I don't think he's going to print like everybody wants. I think he's going to be willing to take the safer play and just basically cut rates versus quantitative easing.
I mean, I think he's just going to basically give the economy a little more room to move before he adjusts to it.
Potentially, yeah. Again, we'll see, but potentially.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know nobody knows for sure, but
yeah, it's all speculation until we hear from Warsh, because we haven't really heard from him since he became chairman. So we haven't really heard from him like that. We haven't really heard what his plan is going to be, and so that's why a lot of people are going to be watching tomorrow, because tomorrow is the first FOMC decision in which we're going to actually hear from Warsh. It's his first decision, and so yeah, that tomorrow is a big important day in markets, guys. We'll see what happens. But look at AMD at 550 still. Oil starting to rebound slightly though right now, slightly on this news. Let me check any other news. Look at gold dump though. So gold's actually falling some. Let me find. Yeah, okay. Look at gold fall.
Yeah, I don't see any news, but
not yet here. I see gold falling, oil jumping up a little bit. What's the Nasdaq doing? Nasdaq's falling some. It looks like it could be news, but it also might not be. We'll see. It's kind of light right now, to be honest. There's not a lot of updates.
Yeah.
We did have the Bank of Japan raise rates 25 basis points, but they were a little bit less hawkish than expected still, though. We did get a volume spike on that drop. I don't know what that drop was for gold. Maybe it's just normal flows. Nasdaq's pulling back some. It could be time to buy the NQ. I might actually buy the Nasdaq here, guys. On this little dip, if I can catch it in time. I did not catch it in time.
That's just like how it immediately turned on you.
Well, it immediately goes up. right? Immediately, like I was gonna buy the dip, it dropped, and then look at the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq basically had this red candle and then completely filled it to the upside here. I think it wants 31,000, and I think that's the dynamic today. Is the Nasdaq wants 31,000, and so I think with it being so close, like $50 away from 31K, I think you're gonna have a lot of optimistic buys coming in. What's up, Kato? Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning. No. I mean, it was just funny. It's like, maybe I should buy this dip. Can I get it in on time? No, I can't. Just like immediately.
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. You got to be quick. You got to be quick.
Yeah.
Fed shares just has to mention cuts. Doesn't have to give them. Market will accept that. Yeah, I guess so. The question is, does John have pants? What are pants, bro? I don't even know what pants are.
Yeah, you're like Don from How I Met Your Mother, you know?
Yeah. All right, guys. So, yeah, that's the news, man. Nasdaq at all-time highs. SpaceX still consolidating here as options start to price in. And I think we're going to get some volatility for SpaceX this morning. Just because options are going to be open. We're going to have volatility from that. Oil's down a lot. It's an interesting day for sure. I don't see any news that would swing it the other way.
Love this stream. Thanks for doing it. Hey, thanks, Kyle.
Hey, thank you, Kyle. We appreciate the support. Yeah, the Fed is tomorrow, Solar. So we have at 2 p.m. the FOMC rate decision. And it's going to be a pause. Again, unless Warsh just is really kind of going out there swinging. 98% chances it's a pause tomorrow.
Basically, unless everybody's completely misreading him and the situation.
Right, exactly. Yeah, unless people are just misreading it. But they're not. Markets are usually pretty wise in that regard for stuff like this. Like, he is going to pause rates tomorrow. The big question, like I've said a bunch, is going to be what he says during the actual press conference. I'd like to see if we could take gold over highs in the morning. Are you talking about highs of the day on gold? Because gold all-time highs, we're not going to hit that this morning. At least almost certainly not. All-time highs on gold are like 30% higher than where we are now, or whatever that is. So that's a big move up. We're not doing that. We might break highs of the day here in gold, and highs of the day in gold are just 43.70. So
we had all-time highs today. I think something really bad has happened.
Yeah, or Warsh says like, Warsh is like, hey, I'm probably gonna cut rates tomorrow, which he never would say, right? He never would say. But that's the only thing that might pump gold up is, hey, I might cut rates tomorrow. Oil prices again are under $79 a barrel right now, though, the lowest level since March 10th. So that's pretty good news.
Yeah. Gold 4,400 max. I mean, you know more about it than I do, Violet. I mean, from what I've been seeing in the stream.
What do you guys think about SpaceX? Is SpaceX a buy today, guys? What's up, Peggy? Is SpaceX a buy today? Is it a buy today?
I mean, if you've got the money, I kind of think so. I don't know.
It depends on how long term you're holding it. I mean, them buying the other AI company is good. Cursor. So them buying Cursor is good for sure. Is SpaceX a buy today, there, chat? Let me ask the chat. Participate, you guys. Participate. I see no in chat. I see some people saying, yeah, buy. No. I have 4 shares at 135. Yes, but with your money, definitely with my money. No. SpaceX is a sell. Money will flow back into RKLB. It's a flip for a quick buck, maybe. Day trade. SpaceX is a buy after mean reversion. I'm gonna say no, but if you're buying 1,000 shares, go ahead. 88 for SpaceX. Nah. No. Wait for a pullback towards 140 to 150. Is there a good semiconductor ETF? There's a bunch of good semiconductor ETFs. Speaking of semiconductors, NVIDIA, chat. NVIDIA is at...
Also, I'm pretty much always talking about long-term. I'm not experienced enough to do, like, short-term trading, I don't think, honestly.
Yeah, I feel you. NVIDIA at 212s. So NVIDIA is actually slightly red on the day this morning, guys. So NVIDIA is a little red here. The S&P 500, let's take a look at it. S&P 500 at 7630s right now for the S&P. So the S&P is basically at all-time highs as well. All-time highs on that are 76.48. We're at 76.32s here, so we're like $15 away from all-time highs on the S&P. The Dow, what's the all-time high on the Dow now? These are futures contracts, by the way. All-time high on Dow futures, 52.380. So we're a little ways above that, but the Dow honestly went way up there this morning and then pulled way back. So the Dow went all the way up to all-time highs. and then kind of dipped back down here. Maybe that was yesterday at the end of the day. So the Dow a little bit farther away, but we are seeing some rotations back into techs. SpaceX pure gamble, no. SpaceX can't get a rocket into space. Yeah, but you got to understand, it's not just the rocket ship aspect of SpaceX that makes it valuable right now. This is what a lot of people misunderstand about SpaceX. It's not just rockets, guys. It's XAI now is a part of SpaceX, right? So it's tech as well. They just bought Cursor, or the company behind Cursor, which is like an AI programmer app thing, and so they own that now as well, right? So it's not just rockets. That's a part of it, sure, but it's also tech right now. That's why money's flowing into as much as it is. I think if it was just rockets, people would be a lot less willing to just like pile into SpaceX like they have since IPO day, making it one of the biggest IPOs. But it has to do with tech as well, guys, and that's what you have to understand.
You think it's taken like the orbital data center thing into account? You know, for obviously for the future, but
at least a little bit, yes. Starlink as well, yeah, Starlink. And so it's consolidated into a diversified company, not just rockets. It's space. Yeah, XAI is not making any money. It's losing money as every AI company but the chips. Yeah, that's true, but money's still flowing into them. Yeah, you're buying into a data center more than rockets in space, 100%. Yeah, that's right. It could be hype and speculation, Kevin. I don't really know, but it could be for sure. But money's piling into it. Hey, thank you, Cole, for the donation 7.9. I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
I just wish I was one of those cafeteria workers that got stock options.
Right, like, I'm gonna learn to weld, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna learn to weld and be a millionaire. You know.
Yeah, I saw that the specific welder, well, that most people have been talking about. He made like 900 grand.
Yeah, sign me up, dude. Sign me up. Listen.
Absolutely.
I probably weld. I feel like it's something I could learn in about 10 minutes, you know. Just joking, welders. Don't get mad at me. What's up, Code? Hey, good morning. Yeah, the Bank of Japan. The Bank of Japan did raise rates as expected, 25 basis point rate hike, but it wasn't as hawkish in the tone as a lot of people expected. So they, again, the Bank of Japan hiked policy by 25 basis points to 1%, widely expected. It's the first 1% rate in the bank for the Bank of Japan since 1995, over 30 years ago. It marks the formal end of Japan's zero and near zero rate era that defined the post-bubble economy, right? So the carry trade dynamic is obviously getting affected by this. Japan was the last major economy to maintain ultra-loose policy. It's the third hike in their current cycle. And the vote was 7-1, right? So this was mostly agreed upon in terms of a rate hike. Yeah, they also announced they will pause tapering of bond buys, keeping monthly JGB buying at about 2 trillion Japanese yen from April 2027 onward. So again, Japan keeps printing money to buy bonds at the current pace into next year. The QE doesn't truly end, but the Bank of Japan is hiking rates while keeping its bond buying program intact here. So yeah, it's going to continue to raise the policy rate in response to developments and more. But yeah, the Bank of Japan news was last night. Man, SpaceX is still dipping here. It's at 202s right now. 202s. Japan's governor is carry trade of the world. Hey, the government. Yeah, I mean, listen, they are raising rates while also printing and doing quantitative easing is what Japan is doing right now. And so interesting. We'll see how it plays out, but interesting. Yeah, I'm just joking. I'm not about to be a welder, guys. They work hard.
You could totally pass that test.
I feel like I would be a great welder. You know, I feel like, you know, I would be the welder everybody talks about. They're like, look at that guy, John. He's great at welding, they'll say. But realistically, this is all sarcasm. And I would be a terrible welder right now. And, yeah. Don't get mad at me, welders, is what I'm saying. Don't get mad at me. Listen, I know I would be a terrible welder, okay? This is all sarcasm here. I think I use sarcasm so much people don't understand when I'm joking. And so they think I'm just this huge ego-filled jerk. And I kind of am. Don't get me wrong, I kind of am. But most of the time I'm sarcastic.
I mean, you definitely need to learn, but it's one of those things that you either have the touch or you don't, honestly.
No, for sure, 100%.
And the only reason I know is my grandfather is actually one of the best welders in like this entire region of the United States when he was alive.
Yeah. No, I believe that. Yeah. It's a tough job. It pays well, and it's probably going to be pretty protected from AI obsolescence pretty soon.
Yeah, I agree.
SpaceX is dipping down to $200 a share. It's basically at $200 a share now. It's still well over. Remember, this thing IPO'd at 135s, so it's still doing pretty good. But it is on the wake of a pullback. Is it time to buy more? I think I've already asked the chat this, but we're dipping down enough to make it interesting. $200, a big round hold number here for SpaceX, and you can see SpaceX right here, guys. This is SpaceX. It's at $200 a share right now. It's on the left side of the chart. $200 a share. I'm bearish on SpaceX. I want it back down to 135. Depends on premiums. There'll be 3D printing metal. I think, listen, don't get me wrong. I think robots will replace it eventually to a certain extent. Not all the way, but I think they're gonna eliminate some jobs there. But I don't see why not throw in a couple Ks on SpaceX. Elon will hype it up in a couple years. Yeah.
Theo says, I don't think you're a jerk, John. I think you're a pretty cool person. Man, if only they knew, you know?
Yeah. I appreciate it, Keo. Thank you. I'm not a jerk, honestly. I have ADHD. I have ADHD, so sometimes I don't listen is probably one of my biggest flaws. And it's not intentional. It's usually I just zone out really easily. I'm like JD and Scrubs, basically, is who I am. You know?
Yeah, he has the sound effects and everything.
Right, that's right. That's my inner monologue in my head. It's just like that. But yeah, here's $200 a share for SpaceX. So SpaceX is about to tap $200 right now. 220s. There's 200s right here. Let's see what happens. But SpaceX is approaching $200 a share. It just dipped under 200. I'm assuming we're going to get some buys coming in here, but maybe not. Not an investment professional. Definitely don't copy me. But I'm assuming we might get some buys. What's up, Code? We're going bearish this week, are we? John, why do you prefer trading before the opening bell? I actually prefer trading after the opening bell. I'm just here with you guys all morning. And so, you know, if I'm staring at charts, I might trade, is what it is. I think I do okay in pre-market, though. I'm not necessarily terrible at pre-market trading. And so I do all right. I'm not terrible at pre-market trading. Sometimes trends are a little bit easier to gauge early. But you also have more news coming out in pre-market, so you have more things that could swing, you know, the chart back and forth. But here's $200. So we are getting a little bit of buys coming in here. It doesn't mean it's going to hold, but there's $200 a share for SpaceX. SpaceX just tapped 200. Here's the NQ here. NQ pulling back a little bit as well at 940s. Let's see if $200 holds for SpaceX. It's falling down. 30 trillion asset, 10 to 15 years. Tom Petty. Free falling, Max?
Petty, Tom Petty. According to Korean media, SK Hynix ADR listing expected in mid-July.
Okay, yeah, that'll be an interesting one, I think. Yeah, and again, the Fed is expected to hold rates, biased towards hawkish signals. I don't know though. It's Kevin Warsh. Most investors expect the Fed to keep rates unchanged at the upcoming meeting. The Bank of America survey shows 55% see a hawkish hold, with Chair Kevin Warsh signaling for higher, longer policy. Another 33% expected dovish hold, leaving room for future cuts. In terms of his bias, what do you guys think? Y'all think Kevin Warsh is going to have hawkish or dovish quotes tomorrow? Hawkish or dovish quotes. We're going to pause tomorrow. Again, I'll tell you once, I'll tell it again. We're going to pause tomorrow, guys.
Say it again.
Yeah. Do you think Kevin Warsh will have a hawkish or dovish tone tomorrow? Let me know. Put hawk or dove in chat right now. I'm going to go with somewhere in the middle. My bias wants to say dovish because he's the newest appointee, you know, or he's the new chairman appointed by the president. So he, you know, there's going to be a bullish or a dovish bias in the Fed, I think, because of that. But I also think it's hard to be dovish outside of the last week. So I'm not sure. I think we'll have data dependent Warsh back and forth, kind of sideways here. What do you guys think? Let me see. Where do you see crypto going? Bitcoin flat. Kevin doesn't wash. Hawk or dove, guys? Hawk or dove? I see mostly doves. Dove. Dave. I see. He'll make the president happy. The Japan rate hikes, Warsh being hawkish, and the president's deal getting exposed will cause a crash. I don't know about that. I have a bad feeling.
Related to him. Not just based on the stuff we've talked about related to him and you know, what we've discussed regarding his nature, I think he's going to be as dovish as he can be.
Yeah, I mean, I think he wants to be dovish.
That's
I
what
don't
mean.
know if he's going to be dovish, but I think he wants to be. And so I don't think it's gonna. Or go ahead, Bruce. Sorry.
I was gonna say that's why I said specifically as he can be, because I think that's his inclination, but I don't think he's gonna do anything that would jeopardize his position or his reputation. You know.
Right. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna be ultra hawkish. You know, I think he might be a little hawkish, but I think that's why I'm going with like data dependent. I'm gonna go with like dovish to neutral. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to say, oh, well, we got to wait and see for some time. I think he's going to want to pause for some time. I don't think we're going to be changing rates for at least 2 meetings. Whether it's a hike or a cut. I think we're going to leave rates the same for at least a couple meetings. You know, and these meetings happen every 6 weeks, guys. So they happen every 6 weeks. Every 6 weeks, the Fed makes a decision for interest rates. But I see hawkish. Wash will hold. Well, yeah, he's going to hold rates. We're not cutting rates. We're not raising rates tomorrow. That's definitely not happening. What's up, CJ? Is it time to buy international stocks? Fed's favorite words is data dependent. Right, for sure. SpaceX. What color will his tie be? I don't know. What if he walks out there with no tie? That'll be crazy.
Paul's bow tie.
Yeah, a bow tie would be shocking, dude. Yeah, I don't know. A bow tie, man. I might not trust him if he walks out there with a bow tie, you know?
Yeah, he'd look like Bill Nye the Science Guy. You know?
Yeah, only jokers wear bow ties, except for Bill Nye. He's cool. But, yeah, he comes out there with a bow tie, you know, I'm leaving.
All bets are off, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, look, so I told you guys $200 on SpaceX. I expect some buys to come in at $200, and that's precisely what we got here. Here's 200. Here's the bounce up to 203s. Pretty easy bet there, I think. Looking at our poll, we asked people this morning, is it time to buy gold? 58% say no, it's not time to buy gold. 42% say yes, it is time to buy gold. Why would it be time to buy gold when it's about to crash? We don't know what gold's going to do. Gold would crash in a situation in which, like, the Fed is much more hawkish than expected. The conflict drags on a lot longer than expected. Oil spikes back up. You know, that would be a situation in which gold might crash. Outside of that, I don't know if gold's going to crash anytime soon. I think gold has already pulled back. If we look at it, gold's kind of already crashed. You know, like, I don't... It depends on what you consider a crash, but just from the all-time highs at what, 56.26 all-time highs on gold, we're now at 43.60s right now. So gold has already dropped 23%
considerably
from its all-time highs at 56.20s. It's down 23%. A lot of people are going to consider that a crash already for gold. And if that is a crash, you know, I mean, gold could definitely drop more, don't get me wrong, but it's already down 20-something%. It's not a small percentage drop here. I think I liked it a lot more at 4,000, obviously, that it hit 4 or 5 days ago. I liked it a lot at 4K, but it's still down 23%. If we go by the bottom here, like when gold was at 4,000, that would made it almost a 30% drop. And so that's the big question is it time to buy gold? I don't know. It might be.
I mean, maybe it keeps dropping, but just because it's dropped, like you said, so much already, I'm not super confident that it will. So, I mean, I would like it to drop more again, like I said, so because I'd like to get in on it, but I don't expect it to necessarily, and it's too high for me right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, and I'll ask the chat. This is a good question for the chat. Where's the bottom in gold this year? You know, where's the bottom in gold? A lot of people are saying 3,500. We got down to 4,000. And look at SpaceX, guys. I told you 200. Psychological levels make sense. If you don't, you have to understand the dynamic of big whole dollar round numbers here, right? Big whole dollar round numbers usually have much more reinforced support. Why? Because human nature, people naturally pivot to big whole dollar round numbers. $200, big whole dollar round number, milestone level. You know, everybody sees it coming. Because of that, people take the buy dynamic here and they buy up these big round numbers. And look at the rebound back up to 205. So SpaceX did just bounce to 200. It's back up to 205 basically right now. All right, so I asked people where the bottom is for gold here. I see 4,000. I see 3,500, 3K, 3,500, 3K, 3,300, 3,000, 3,200. Yeah, I mean, most people agree the bottom's going to be anywhere between 3 and 4K. So maybe that's right.
I'm kind of, I mean, again, obviously I'm hoping that it does keep dropping, at least temporarily. But I'm more inclined to agree with me, Bush Boy here. It says we just hit the bottom goal. It's going to pump. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm pretty inclined to agree.
It depends on how long we're holding. I think long term, obviously, we're probably pretty, you know. I'm not going to say we're cheap, but we're definitely cheaper than we were last year.
No, I mean, I completely agree with that.
Yeah, go ahead and finish.
No, I mean, I was basically done. I'm kind of saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. I see Betamax say gold is basically overbought, where copper and silver have a lot of room to rise. Yeah, let's take a look at silver here. Here's silver. Silver's at 70s. Silver's been wild, though. You know, I remember when people were like, ooh, silver's at 50. And it was like a crazy thing. Silver's at 50. Now, silver's at $71, basically. So, silver's still up a lot per ounce. Hit 120s, though. And silver swings.
How long was it at that 120 level?
Not that long. It was over 100 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days.
Okay.
And then it dips back down. It was a crazy squeeze for silver. Should I buy Spacex now? I'm not telling you to do anything, Starship. I'm not telling you to do anything. I really don't know whether you should buy it right now. I'm in it right now, but it's, you know, I'm in it at much less. Let's see if it holds. Forgive my spelling. Silver's going up. Solar renewable energy. I started dollar cost averaging into silver. Yeah, if we look at a percentage, like if we look at a percentage basis for silver, silver hit what? 120s as well. Silver was at basically 122. For silver, it is now at $70. We'll call it 70. Yeah, so silver is down 43% basically from its highs up there. 43%. When it went down to 60, it was down 51% basically. So, kind of some wild swings here. Some wild swings for silver. I don't hate the chart though for a lot of these, to be honest. For gold and silver, I don't hate the chart. Obviously, it looks like a pullback zone, but if the last year has taught us anything, who freaking knows what we're gonna do here? Who freaking knows?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely do. I mean, you never know. Like you said, I mean, I know there was a time when a lot of people were buying it around the $30 range, expecting it to like shoot up, and then they got sorely disappointed. It dropped down to like $13 an ounce.
Yeah, it can swing for sure. Do me a favor, guys. Bump those like buttons. We got almost 1,000 people here already. Hit the like button, guys. We appreciate it. Don't make me say do it now, but I will say do it now, guys. Do it now.
No, I did not buy Spacex, Bogdan.
Yeah. And I do see that the Hormuz oil flow is seen to recover by late summer. Oil traffic through the Strait of Hormuz is unlikely to normalize before late July, may only return to pre-war levels by the end of September, according to HSBC. Delays stem from clearance, issuance, storage drawdowns, and restarting production. Saudi Arabia and the UAE may recover faster, while others lag. A partial reopening could cap flows near 60%, keeping global oil markets tight next year and this year. So we'll see. I mean, this is one of the banks, but we'll see what the banks. We'll see how accurate those banks are. I do see, according to Kepler, says as of June 15th, confirmed crossings through the monitored Strait of Hormuz zone remain flat at 5, covering both commercial and non-commercial traffic. Yeah, and I did see the rumor earlier that SK Hynix plans to launch a 100 trillion won shareholder return plan, but the official response is we have never discussed that specific scale, according to reports. Again, the president's considering getting rid of Hegseth, apparently, and Ratcliffe, CIA director, according to some other reports as well. So, yeah. So maybe a poll on does Warsh say dual mandate? That's what Pawn's saying. We could do that. Hey, thank you so much for the subscribe. G, thank you so much. I appreciate the subscribe, my friend. Will Warsh say the words dual mandate tomorrow? Yes or no? Vote on the poll. That poll is now live. Will Warsh say dual mandate? Are you stocking up or trading any crypto coins? A little bit. I'm watching Bitcoin mostly right now, though. And if we look at yields, though, today, guys, yields are down pretty good today. They're down pretty significantly on the day here, which is good. Look, here's 10-year Treasury yields. We looked at this earlier, but they're at 4.41 or 4.44% for 10-year. Look, so most things are falling on more optimism that the deal is going to get signed on Friday, and I think markets have basically priced it in. All right, let's take some.
I just
Maybe.
realized I've been muted. Sorry, what was the last thing you heard me say?
Dude, that was light years ago, Britt. I don't know what you said.
Light years.
Light years.
No, well, the only thing I said recently, I guess, was I said I'm not surprised about the possible replacement thing. I mean, he's never shied away from replacing people if he felt it was necessary. That's all.
Yeah.
But
Friday.
I will be back in just a second. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, markets closed Friday too, which is interesting enough. Are futures open? Yeah, futures are open on the 19th, but it's a short-term schedule. They close at 1 o'clock. Index futures do. Energy products close at 1:30. So, but yeah, markets half day Friday. I don't know whether I'm gonna stream yet. We'll see. But a half day Friday. Well, it's nothing happened to him yet. We're getting reports that the president's considered getting rid of him regarding Heggie. You know, who knows if it's true? We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, SpaceX options today, guys. Are you buying calls or puts? I think a lot of people are pressing for the Nasdaq to break 31,000, and so I think a lot of people are getting excited. But I got faked out yesterday, but I don't have a problem with buying the Nasdaq here. I really don't. I think the Nasdaq, as it gets close to 31,000, it's a big psychological level that markets want. Big psychological level that markets want. And so I think markets are going to be paying a lot of attention to 31K today. 31K. Puts. Friday, the deal gets revealed. Yeah, I watched that a lot, Pew. Hey, thank you, Para. Hey, thank you for the subscribe, my friend. I appreciate it. Can we sell on Friday? I mean, you could. You could. Oh, we have the ADP jobs report going live at 8:15 today. So it's a weekly jobs report. I think it might get a little bit more attention, though, than it normally does, just because jobs reports have been so interesting right now. All right, Nasdaq pull it back a little bit here. If I buy, it would be like a longer term trade. When will the Nasdaq break 31,000? Because that's what I'm kind of looking at. I'm tempted to buy more of the Nasdaq right here. What do I think? Let's see. Maybe a little greedy of a pullback here, but I bought this Nasdaq dip here. It's early in pre-market. It's a small trade. Like I said, I think I gotta be kind of a little bit loose with this trade here. I'm also in SpaceX, so you know we're gonna be obviously paying attention to that today. But I did just buy the Nasdaq. But again, SpaceX acquired AnySphere, which is the Cursor parent, via merger. Is the chat yelling at me for buying the Nasdaq here? The software rate showed up at 3.69%. Bitcoin's still down a little bit here.
Oh, I'm back, by the way.
Hey, what's up, dude? Copper's becoming obsolete. Elderly Tom Cruise. Yeah, I think Warsh is going to be an interesting day to watch for tomorrow, just because Warsh is it's his first meeting, and I think people assume he's going to be dovish. But I think in the current market, I don't think it's a given. I think he'll probably be neutral, is my take. But I think at the very least, markets are going to wait for this tomorrow and see what he's got to say. And that's going to move things and influence things. So it just depends on, you know, it depends on a lot. But I think Warsh is going to be somewhere neutral, maybe slightly dovish. I mean, I think we're going to pause rates anyway. But I think he's going to be kind of neutral. All right, so we did buy in here. We might add more to this. I want to see if the Nasdaq starts getting up there. Yeah, I do want to see if the NQ gets up there. We're nicely green on this trade. We'll let it work. Yeah, I mean, we're going to pulse rates today. Anybody that tells you we're not going to pulse rates and we're going to do some shocking thing, again, I've said this once, I'll say it again, has no idea what they're talking about. What if he comes in and is like, would be a shame if I wreck your bags? I mean, I think markets would laugh, but... All right, we got a little green here. I'll probably hold this close to break even now, but I'm not going to take profits yet. I'm not going to do what everybody thinks I'm going to do. I'm going to wait and see if we push up more towards that 31,000 level. There we go. That's better. And I think I'm just going to leave it here. But look at the Nasdaq. It's getting up there. It's a small trade, but it's a trade nonetheless. All right, so I'm in this trade. I'm trying to put the window up so you guys can watch it here, chat. Yeah, I'm going to put this up so you guys can actually see my P&L in motion here. But... Alright, here's my P&L right here. We're green. But we're not really green. There's my P&L right there. You can watch it. We might add more to this. Slow and steady wins the race, you know. Dow just jumped up here. Where's gold? Oil just dipped all the way down to $78 a barrel right now. Look at oil. Chad, so oil has fallen all the way down to $78 a barrel this morning. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Oil down more.
I know. I'm happy about it.
Yeah, it's markets are, I mean, understandably so. Markets are pricing in the deal for Sunday. But look at the Nasdaq turn back down too here. I think I'm just going to stay in this though. I don't think I'm going to take profits yet. I'll cover it if it gets too low. But we are in the Nasdaq here. Look at SpaceX come back down here. The Dow is ripping up, so maybe people are cycling into the Dow a little bit more. Look at the Dow here. Can I pull this up? Yeah. Look at the Dow jump back up here. Oil down to $78 a barrel. Let's see if it breaks under 78 here. Look at oil. I think this is the big story right now. Is look at oil fall. There it goes. Under $78 a barrel. Oil officially has cracked $78 a barrel. And it's still pushing down here. 77.90s right now. Let's see if it holds under 78s. But 77.90s for oil. SpaceX is consolidating down there. Check for the morning dose of tweets here. Yeah, we had the president speak yesterday, but... Alright, so my trade is kind of turning on me, though. Look at the Nasdaq here. I mean, we're still green, but basically flat now. See if 940 props us up. Like I said, I do want to sit in this for a little while. I don't want to sell quite yet. Bitcoin has jumped up to 66.5s as well. Look at Bitcoin. Here's BTC. So Bitcoin is jumping up too. MU all-time high? Is it really? Yeah, I know it's at 1130s this morning, which is all-time high. So MU SanDisk is still up there. Oil continuing to fall though. What's interesting is that the Nasdaq is kind of falling too simultaneously. Hey, thank you, Bob, for the subscribe, my friend. Thank you, sir. We got 1,000 people here right now. Y'all hit the like button. Hey, what's up, Charlie Show?
You're the best, Bob. Thanks.
You're the greatest, Bob. Can we play bingo? No. Buy. Oil will drop to 75 for sure. I think 75 is a target.
Oh, I thought that was a Backstreet Boys reference.
Was it? Wait, where?
Buy.
Oh, buy. Oh, we definitely used that pun a significant amount here. Okay. Hold on, real quick. The Nasdaq is starting to tumble here, though. You don't love to see it. I'm in this trade. Like I said, I want to hold this, but this almost looks news-driven here. Hold on.
I mean,
maybe not. I don't know.
I see EU resists bank's plea for major overhaul of capital rules, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm
a few
checking.
Things about Ukraine, but I don't think that would do anything here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yum Brands to sell Pizza Hut for $2.7 billion. That could... No, I'm kidding.
I like Pizza Hut. It's all right.
I do too. Well,
it's better than Domino's.
It's not near as good as it used to be.
Yeah, it's better than Domino's, I think.
Yeah, I mean, although they did step their game up, Papa John's is still the GOAT in terms of fast food pizza.
Yeah, you're probably right. I was just thinking Bitcoin bottoming. That was the buyers off. Yeah, the Nasdaq keeps dropping. Like I said, I want to give it some time, but we've fallen not a small amount necessarily here. I could buy the 200 exponential, but I'm going to recalibrate and wait if I do. I'll see if the 200 EMA holds and we rebound back up, but we're kind of falling fast on the Nasdaq here. I don't see any news to drive it either. It could just... So we got some other like Ukraine news and stuff, but I don't know if that would do what we're seeing here on the Nasdaq. Look at oil though. Oil under 78. Oil is under 78. SpaceX is still consolidating around 202s here. Oil just dipped pretty fast as well though. Look at oil under 77.80s here, still falling this morning. Look at oil dip. Chuck E. Cheese. My daughter and I used to go to Chuck E. Cheese. It's all right. My daughter and I used to go there a lot. You know?
I love it.
That was like
I know
our
it's not
place.
like high quality pizza. It's just delicious.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Sam's or Costco pizza. You know?
Chuck E. always scared my daughter, right? Especially my son. When my son was little, you know, Chuck would come out in his outfit, and my son would he was like a horror movie villain to my son. He was like, I don't trust this mouse at all. You know, I don't trust this mouse at all. I don't know what he's doing out here. I don't know why he's slanging pizza. And so they ran when Chuck came out.
Well, dude, I mean, like, it didn't scare me, but I understand it's a giant anthropomorphized rat. You know?
Yeah, I ended up.
It's creepy.
I got out of my trade
Toy
here.
Story, for God's sake?
Yeah, I have. I got out of my trade. The Nasdaq dipped under the 200 EMA. I don't want to mess with it. Well, we'll see what we get. We made a bunch yesterday though, so we're actually pretty green on the day. They're pretty green since yesterday, but nonetheless, Nasdaq is falling with oil here. It's a big red candle though, a big string of red candles. Maybe I'll buy back in. It's the 200 exponential here. It just depends on what markets start to price in. See if the 200 EMA holds. Also, the Bank of Japan hike. I think it was a little bit more dovish than expected. Bank of Japan is actually printing while simultaneously raising rates, so we'll see how it plays out. But it's the first time they've raised rates since it's the first time they've been at the levels that they are now since 1995. So a lot more hawkish for the Bank of Japan. How that influences the carry trade dynamic, we're yet to see. But yeah, it could go. I don't know. It wasn't as bad as people thought it would be. You know, at least in terms of the initial reaction for the Bank of Japan. And again, just so everybody doesn't understand, everybody that might not understand this, the Bank of Japan carry trade dynamic is watched highly in markets. That's why people are watching the Bank of Japan rate decision. Look at the Nasdaq still fall here. So maybe pricing in some fear here from this. Look at this drop in the Nasdaq here. Whoa. Nasdaq just dipped to 908. Yeah, it's underneath the 200 exponential moving average right now. Hopefully it doesn't trap too many traders, but man, Nasdaq falling a little bit this morning. Let's get back up there. Let's see if it holds. Nasdaq still dipping. It's at 908s. We can watch 900s here as well, though, for it. Oil is under 70. Oil's at 77.70s here.
US ADP employment change weekly actual.
Yeah.
25,
Oh, the data came out. Yeah. I completely forgot about the ADP data here. So what did it show up as, Britt?
It showed up as 25K versus 29 previous.
Okay, yeah, I see that. So yeah, it's slightly under expected. Not enough to really move anything though. So it did show up slightly under the expected amount here. Nasdaq keeps falling here though, guys. Look at the Nasdaq continues down. Filling some of the gap it made. We were close to 31,000 here, but we're still dropping pretty big. And we just got bought right back up here. Look at the Nasdaq fall here. Is this news driven?
Don't see anything yet.
Volume's upticking. Yikes. Spacex also down to 201s here, so bears might be getting in control here a little bit of the Nasdaq. Let's see.
I don't see any tweets. Oh.
Yeah, nothing yet. Just deep red. Shorts getting pushed, or shorts pushing here this morning. It's not a small drop though with the Nasdaq. I don't see any news to drive this either. Let me check breaking news. But I don't see anything yet to drive this move down. I see the weekly unemployment change numbers here. I'll put these numbers up in chat right now. It showed up at 25.5. Put it up in the chat right now. That was the ADP data.
I know what they're called. I just don't. It doesn't roll off the tongue, so I don't say that.
Yeah, now we're starting to jump a little bit here. Look at that rebound. And now we're right back down here on the Nasdaq. Look at that. Let's see if we hold down. SpaceX is back at $200 a share here. So right around $200 a share for SpaceX.
Oh, I knew you were being sarcastic. I saw the little smiley face. I was just commenting anyway.
Look, Nasdaq is starting to turn down here. Still dropping 380s. Let's see if the red continues down. Deep red now. Wow. Nasdaq still falling down here. Look at this. We're watching the volume weighted average price level here, but man, it looks to be something is driving this. I see Lebanese Deputy Speaker of Parliament told that the U.S. informed that Lebanon has full sovereignty over its land. 300 billion would be available by Gulf nations. It would be maximum amount available if and only if Iran takes steps to become a peaceful nation that ends all of its historic malign activities. Interesting. So we are seeing some movement here. Something's going on, man, it seems. Like, I don't know why the market just turned, but I don't see any news on it. Look at this. This is not a small drop. We basically filled 3/4 of the gap that we made earlier in the day here. Yeah, as options start to get priced in here. Wow. Yeah, we're still dipping down here too. I wondered if I should buy this dip. Yeah, it could be liquidity for SpaceX options going through. That's true. Yeah, look at SpaceX though. SpaceX is actually holding that $200 level here. Wait, see FOMC fear. It could be. I'd buy John. I don't know right now. If I buy, I might buy like a Lucid Flex. And try to get funded in maybe like a Lucid Flex account is what I'm looking at. We're waiting though, but the Nasdaq has pulled back a fairly large amount here. SpaceX is now under $200 a share here as well.
Yeah, and I'm still not seeing anything news related that could have caused this. I mean, I'm not saying there is nothing. I just still don't see it.
It could be liquidity for SpaceX is what a lot of people are speculating. And I don't necessarily disagree with that, you know. So it could be just liquidity for SpaceX.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think this probably is liquidity for SpaceX. Yeah. Look at that drop right there, too. All the way down to the volume weighted average price. The Nasdaq might go red on the day here. It's very close to going red on the day. It could be that, Robert. Could it be strong economic data paradoxically can hurt stocks if it makes the Fed less likely to cut rates? Yeah, I mean, it could be that, but I don't think the data was necessarily strong either. So I don't think the data was necessarily strong. And so it could be that. It also might not be. You know, I think the ADP data 25 is roughly flat. I don't think it's necessarily like a crazy big move, to be honest there. So it could be, but we don't know. I don't know. So we have hit the volume weighted average price here. There's the volume weighted average price though. I don't hate that. We did hit the VWAP. I'm thinking about buying this. Again, if I'm going to try to get funded in a couple of Lucid Flex accounts. I think they have better rules for once you're actually funded here. So what do I have to make on this? I have to make 6K with a 3,000 EOD drawdown. That's not bad. I think I can do that. We'll try to do that maybe, but man, look at these drops. So, I'm going to buy a little bit of this here. I'll probably buy like 3 contracts to start it off. Try to build up a cushion. It does have an end of day drawdown, which is good. But the good thing about Lucid Flex, guys, if you want to join me in this, but man, I don't know. Market's rolling over though. I'm trying to see news here, but might be one of those days where I have to genuinely like build up a reasonable cushion before I attack anything. I don't want to like swing too hard for the fences here though. I think the goal is to build up a small cushion first. But until I see why, like we have this volume profile right here. We get into there. That's the high volume area here. So it might prop us up, and then if we get in there, we might range. Oil's still down under $78 a barrel right now. Yeah, I did see that. It could be the reason Iran says deal with U.S. requires Israeli forces to leave Lebanon. I did see that. I don't think the app caused the move. I think there's two potential stories. It's the news right now about Iran says deal with U.S. requires Israeli forces to leave Lebanon. That's number one. I think the other one is Spacex rotation. People might be selling equities to potentially buy into Spacex, I think is what we're seeing. That could do it. And remember, Lucid Flex is good because once you're funded on Lucid Flex, there's no consistency rule. And there's end of day drawdowns. You just have to have like 5 winning days in a row. And because of that, it's incredibly useful. So I would go with Lucid Flex. If you want to check out my code, here it is. BGT gets you 50% off if you haven't used it yet. But Lucid Flex is why everybody gets excited for Lucid, is because no consistency rule once you're funded allows you to just build up profits more. I do have to take some risk in this Lucid Flex eval though. I don't hate the VWAP area right here, but if we start to break down into 835s, I'm going to cut this. I'll give it 833s just so I don't get bottom wicked there. People buying SpaceX at these prices are going to hurt. Maybe, man, maybe. These drops are not small, though, in the Nasdaq here. We have filled most of the gap from this morning, and we're almost red on the day if we keep dropping. So, hey, good luck. There's a little bit of a rebound here. There we go. Okay. We got a nice little pop back up, but Dow is ripping up as well. It's at 5220s here, 5220s. I'll stay in this. I'll show you guys the P&L if you guys want. Hello, Britt. You hung up on me, dude. I don't appreciate it.
I didn't hang up on you. What are you talking about?
It made a sound. It made a sound. It was definitely you.
Nah, it wasn't me.
He did it again, guys. He did it again.
That was me.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I don't appreciate it, dude. I don't appreciate it.
Hey, well, me either. I don't appreciate being hung up on like the last 3 or 4 or 5 times you did it to me.
Yeah, Britt, listen. I'm going to go. You're fired now. I'm going to go from paying you nothing to paying you nothing. And so you're fired, Britt.
Well, let's go from. How about we go from you paying me nothing to me owing you?
That's fair. I think that is fair. Now you owe me $20, Britt. That's a great deal.
All right,
I accept that deal.
Works out good for you.
Oh, that's another 20. That's another 20.
Man.
I'm keeping the tab right now, dude. I'm keeping the tab right now.
Yeah. So sound effects like that Police Academy guy. Michael Winslow is that guy's name, and yes, I'm. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm terrible at sound effects.
Dude, look at this dip. So we filled the entire gap, went down to the previous closing price, and now we're rebounding back up a little bit. I'm in this trade with my Lucid Flex account, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. What did you say about Lucid? What I said was that the Lucid Flex accounts, once you're funded, they're a little bit tougher to get funded in. There's a 50% consistency rule on the Lucid Flex evals. But once you're actually funded, there's no consistency rule, no DLL beyond the initial trail, right? So you have much more freedom. Whoa, okay, this is some news. I got to cut this right now. This is definitely some news. Look at this drop.
Quick formal signing before document is released.
Yeah, this is import-export prices for 830 showed up today. I don't think that's moving it. We had housing starts as well. They showed up at 1.177 million versus 1.44 million expected. Building permits showed up as well. Import prices showed up as well. None of this is really going to swing the market the other way. Hold on, let me see. It genuinely looked like news. Let's see. Trump says, okay, so the president is speaking right now, is what's going on. The president is speaking right now. I'm looking at it here. So he said, expect second stage of Iran deal will go quickly. We will have the Strait of Hormuz fully open by Friday. He also said, we'll have a new conference on the Iran deal. A news conference on the Iran deal says Iran talks could go longer or shorter than 60 days. Well, yeah. So you're telling me they could go longer or shorter than 60 days, or exactly 60 days is what he should have said as well.
Some people say that.
Yeah, I mean, it could go longer or shorter. You know, markets might go up or down, guys. They could go up or down, believe it or not. But yeah, he's speaking right now. I'm trying to see where he's speaking. See if we can find it.
Says Hormuz will be toll-free when it opens permanently.
Does anybody know where he's speaking right now? Is it on the news? Check the. Okay, yeah. Okay, no, it's on the. It's on the. Yeah, I see it. I got it.
Lindsay is skeptical?
Yes.
I'll have to talk to Lindsay. He'll be in big trouble. Lindsay's good. Lindsay's fine. He's not skeptical. He's just fine. Look, this agreement covers something very nicely. We're not paying for anything. We're not doing anything. The markets now are higher than they were when we started. Remember that. The stock market now is 2,500, maybe even more than that, points higher than it was when we said it's pretty amazing. This agreement's about one thing, that Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. Never, ever, ever. The rest of it's irrelevant, frankly.
Senator Graham also said that an eventual agreement with Iran should be sent to Congress for review. Would you do that?
I never thought of it, but I would. I wouldn't mind. I mean, you know, the Democrats, you know, we call them Democrats because they're dumb people. The Democrats are...
Yeah, he's getting too partisan. I'm going to cut it. But, yeah, Nasdaq filled the entire gap on the downside and then rebounded back up here. So I didn't realize the president was speaking. So that's what's going on here. President is speaking today, guys. Oil needs a snorkel. Yeah, oil down to 77s right now. It's basically at $77.
Yeah, he's talking about oil right now.
Yeah. I did hurt one of my Lucid funded accounts, but that's okay. You don't love to see it, but it happens. Yeah, he's going too deep into it. I'm not going into all that stuff, guys. That's not me. I'm not doing it. SpaceX at 201s right now. I'm not going into politics. Yeah, they're going to be dropping quotes until tomorrow. And then tomorrow we got the Fed meeting. Yeah, Pew. Oil soon 75. Oil might be at 75 soon. Look at oil here. Oil has not stopped dropping this morning. So, because I think, regardless of whether you like the details or not, Strait of Hormuz opening back up is obviously optimistic, and you know, oil's going to correct something to the downside. Yeah, people might try to make it really partisan. I'm very neutral on all this stuff. Like, I'm genuinely, not even just on the stream, I'm genuinely neutral. I don't like getting into politics at all. It's not something I like about. And so I'll cover it if he says something geopolitics related or something that move markets, but yeah, SpaceX still holding at $200 a share here, $200 a share. He finished speaking minutes ago. I watched French channels. Are the French on top of that? Shout out to the French.
Yeah. Also, hit the like button, guys. We got 1,200, a little over 1,200 people watching, and we've got almost 250 likes, I think. Let me see.
Michael Burry spoke this morning. What did he say? I just saw Cassandra Capital. Where'd he go? Saw it. Did I hallucinate this? Where's Cassandra Capital? I thought I saw it. There it is. He said, it's been very ridiculous for a very long time. Michael Burry. Yeah, I mean, dude, listen. How many times have you shorted all like Michael Burry? Do you guys agree with Michael Burry? Are we in a bubble? Let me know, chat. Thanks for reminding me. Hit the like button. Hey, thank you. Hit the like. Hey, we try. SpaceX 75 will come. I don't know. It's at 200s right now. It's holding. Oil dipping to 75 makes more sense.
Yeah, I don't know, but it seems like we're always either going into a bubble or coming out of a bubble.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of true in history. But 20 years, every 20 years, you might say we're in a bubble. Internet was a bubble for a while after 2000. You could argue AI is in a bubble. You could also argue AI is going to be more resilient to it, and that we're still really early if we are in a bubble. Like, we could be in a bubble, but we also might be years out from the bubble bursting, so to speak. I always reference... Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, if we are in an AI bubble, I do agree that it's probably the beginning of one, just because the technology is becoming more and more ubiquitous and more necessary, and so I don't see it popping or bursting anytime soon.
I think it'll burst eventually, obviously, just in the nature of stocks.
That's what bubbles do.
Yeah, eventually it's going to burst. I always use the example of the 90s, right? In 1996, Alan Greenspan described the market as being in irrational exuberance. You could argue we're in irrational exuberance right now, but even with that, it took 4 years for that bubble to burst. We kept moving up for those 4 years until 2000. And so that's the correlation I always use with this. Is like, we could be in a bubble. We still might be years out from it bursting, though. And it's not super predictable regarding when it's going to burst. There's a lot of things that can prop up the market reasonably or unreasonably. There's a lot of things that can prop up the market. So, yeah, let me know if you guys think we're in a bubble right now. Coffee time. Burry has been wrong. Yeah, Burry has predicted what? 30 of the 2 crashes we've had over the last 2 years, or over the last 30 years. So he's 2 for 30 in bubble predicting. Michael Burry.
I mean, if you just keep predicting the same thing over and over again, eventually you're going to be right.
Right. You keep throwing darts at the dartboard, you're going to hit it eventually. Will Warsh say the words dual mandate is our poll? 63% say yes, he will. Oil down under 77s right now, guys. Look at oil. Under 77s. We're at 76.90s. Oil continues to fall. Is the Nasdaq bouncing? I gotta look at some of the quotes coming through here. But let's see what he's saying. Yeah, we're in no rush to get the nuclear material. Soon we'll be able to do increased sanctions. I would send Iran deal to Congress for review. We'll go over the Iran MOU with the media in a couple days. Hormuz will be toll-free when it opens permanently. I will have a news conference on the Iran deal. MOU states they can't have nuclear weapons. Iran talks could go longer or shorter than 60 days. And so basically...
Increased sanctions were in regards to Russia, right?
Yes. So essentially the Nasdaq has filled the entire gap, though. The Nasdaq has fallen all the way down here. Chat, we're all the way down to 38.5s now, 38.5. So the Nasdaq has fallen all the way back down, We'll see if it holds, but it's definitely looking more interesting than today. There was a lot of optimism, and then that optimism just got wrecked over the last 30 minutes here. So we'll see if optimism holds or what. But now we're right at the previous closing price, and we're really chopping sideways here. Spammers in the Discord, bro. Come on now, dude. I think I actually called him before he left.
Yes, you did.
Good. I caught the spammer before he left and banned him, so all of his posts got deleted at once.
Good.
Get ready for a pump. I'm going to ask this question again. What do you guys want to buy today leading into the opening bell? We got 50 minutes roughly until the opening bell here. What are you guys interested in buying right now? Let me know. Is it the Nasdaq? Is it oil? Is it gold? Is it SpaceX options? What do you guys want to buy? All right, Nasdaq testing that previous closing price right here. Let's see if it holds. But the Nasdaq, it seems to be getting some buys coming in. SpaceX also holding $200.
No one ever tries to scam me in the Discord anymore. I feel left out. I'm sorry you feel left out, Sam. I'll try to scam you at some point real soon, okay?
I'm sorry that happened to you. You know, speaking of that, I have a timeshare, guys. I have a timeshare. You guys, you know, what's up, Red Candles? I only sell by the Nasdaq, SpaceX, and TQQ. Rolls Royce, Nasdaq.
I just have an inheritance that's all tied up. All I need is $10,000 from you, and I can get it released, and I'll give you half.
Yeah, guys, that's right. Blurry is a man lost in time. All right, so I asked people what you're buying. Buy gold. Already bought gold. Nasdaq Q. Toyota 4Runner. Nasdaq. SpaceX. Nasdaq. SpaceX. Nasdaq. I only sell SpaceX options to sell puts. Not buying anything until tomorrow's FOMC meeting. SpaceX options. Short semiconductors, they say. IV's going to be like, what? What did he say? IV's going to be what? 2,000? Yeah, it might be, bro. SpaceX IV from those options getting unlocked. All right, Nasdaq is now technically red on the day. We are now technically red on the day. We're at 30,825 right now. Technically red this morning, guys. Technically red. And I don't know what to do here. I don't know whether to buy the Nasdaq. It looks weak right now. Maybe it's better to be fearful when the Nasdaq is greedy. But and greedy when the Nasdaq is fearful. But
you're buying Waffle House Vegas. I mean, you can't go wrong there.
They're just trying to get you to talk about food, Britt. That's what they're doing. They're like, you know what? We can throw Britt off. He won't talk about finance. Let's talk about food, they say. I see what you guys do, you know.
It was a brief comment. I wasn't going to go down the rabbit hole.
MU is now under $1,100 here. Under $1,100. Let's see if it holds. We don't have any other data today, do we? I don't think we have any data today. We have retail sales tomorrow morning. So we do have retail sales tomorrow. We had housing starts come out lower than expected. Much lower than expected, actually. ADP data showed up kind of mid. Building permits showed up low as well earlier. We do have the Atlanta Fed GDP now dropping at 10 a.m. today at 3. It's expected at 3.3% for quarter 2. Tomorrow we have retail sales data. And the president's also supposed to speak at 9:30 tomorrow morning. I'm not sure regarding what. It's going to be ahead of the FOMC decision. Philly Fed Index. Yeah, we got the New York Fed Business Leader Survey, -10. Oil bounce here, in my opinion. Yeah, we're at $77 for oil. It's still faded. But it did dip under 77 for a second. Now it's back to 77.20, roughly 77.15. Is the president? Yeah, I think the president's done speaking. Okay. I think that's good, obviously.
Oh, looks like they called for an encore. He's coming back out. No, I'm kidding.
I went to a couple concerts recently. I'm not about the whole encore thing. I'm just not a believer in it.
I paid for the ticket. Play your songs.
I'm not a believer in it. You know what? Like, dude, like, you know you're going to come back out here, right? Like, you know you're going to walk back out here. You know what I mean? Like, it's all a show. Like, oh, let's get an encore, dude. It's like, okay, I'm going to do it, dude. You know you're going to do it. Like, you know you're not going to leave without playing your most famous songs. You know, like, let's stop the act here. Like, just come out here and play it. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like, dude, just...
At the Sting concert, wasn't it Roxanne that we had to encore him for?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, dude, everybody came here to hear Roxanne. You're playing Roxanne.
Yeah. Yeah, get off my lawn, guys. Get rid of encores, they say. But no, SpaceX still holding at 200s. Yeah. Get off my lawn. Nasdaq bounce. Done talking, market goes up. Well, market's still not going up. Market's still dropping, honestly. Nasdaq red on the day technically, and it's still falling down. We got some pretty significant selling pressure coming in markets over the last hour or so. Nasdaq now technically red on the day. It was very green at all-time highs this morning. It's now pulled all the way back and gone somewhat red on the day. To be fair, we did gap up significantly on this Iran deal here. Like, you see the moves we've made over the last 6 days. So we are up big here. We are up big, but yeah. SpaceX still holding though at 200s. We're also in the high volume node now at the Nasdaq, so I really don't want to mess with it unless I'm going to attack chop, but How long is Nvidia doing it? How is Nvidia doing in tech? Nvidia has been a lagger behind other stuff. Nvidia's at 210s right now. So Nvidia could obviously be doing better. But it has rebounded some. I mean, it was at $200 a share. Big psychological $200 level here for Nvidia. But it's had a hard time getting back up close to highs. Even with the conflict news and everything like that going on. Nvidia's been struggling. I'm late. What did I miss today? Well, you missed a gap fill on the downside of the Nasdaq. What are the chances of a rug pull tomorrow? I don't know, dude. I don't think we're going to rug tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to have that much of an influence. I really don't. It could, but I really don't know. I will tell, sir. Where's gold? What's gold doing? I'm assuming gold's dropping with the market. No, gold is ripping up over highs, dude. I should have held gold. Yeah, gold has not been fading like everything else. I should have held that gold long. If we get a big enough pullback and gold down to like 43.60s, I might buy it. Depends on what he says. Cheaper oil reduces hike chances a ton. Becomes safe haven. Dow was up to 52.20s. And I don't see any other news released, but President said we'll get oil down further as his last quote. Now, oil's down a lot, but where was oil pre-conflict? Let's take a look. So here's the 77s. Pre-conflict oil was $65s. So pre-conflict oil was right around $60 to $65. So obviously we're still elevated, as we probably should be. But
it's kind of the sweet spot for profits and low gas prices.
Yeah, you don't want it to be too low, then margins are hurt. You don't want them to be too high, it pushes down demand. So
yep.
B&O was 35. Up or down at the opening bell today.
I know all about that stuff. I watch Landman, you know.
I actually know that from Landman as well, to be honest. You know, so I do like that from Landman.
I mean, I knew it before, but it's, you know, still true.
Sure you did.
Hey, dude, my dad's been in the oil business for like 50 years.
I know.
Industry, I should say, not business.
Yeah, look at the look at gold still ripping up here. Nasdaq's still fading though, but we did get a rebounding bounce here. I don't think it's news driven, but we got some type of bounce. Redbook should have been 9.4% just now. Yeah, it's basically retail sales and consumer spending. We're still under the VWAP here, though. Oh, is triple witching this Thursday instead of Friday, since the market's closed this Friday? Yeah, so triple witching Thursday. It's not a Friday for once. It's an actual Thursday triple witching day.
What is triple witching? I don't know what that is.
So you have these different contract types in markets, Britt. You have different contract types in markets. Specifically, you have it used to be quad witching. So you'll hear quad witching a lot, but that was when we had single stock futures. And we don't have single stock futures. We have index futures like S&P, Nasdaq futures, so forth. So now it's three major contract types, expires same day. And those three types are single stock options, index options, like single stock options, Apple options, Tesla options, index options, so like S&P 500 options, Nasdaq options, and more. And then you also have index futures, so like S&P 500 futures, S&P 500 or Nasdaq futures. All three of those contract types expire same day, which makes it a day of historical volatility. We're supposed to be getting single stock futures back this summer, they say. Let me see. They said it back in February, but we haven't heard anything like that since regarding single stock options. Back in February, they're like, hey guys, we're going to roll out single stock futures tied to equities. We have heard nothing since then. And I'm disappointed. I'm ready for single stock futures. Like, I wonder if the prop firms are going to start taking those up if they do, you know?
Yeah.
Still a war risk. Nvidia's just there. Giving Brit a raise? Nah, Brit gets no raise. All right, so Hezbollah says it received promises from Iran that it will not sign a nuclear deal with the U.S. unless Israel withdraws from Lebanon. I think that's might be what people mentioned it earlier, but that might be what markets are going down.
Check my news. I was going to read that.
No, Britt, that's my news, dude. You don't even think about covering that, Britt. That's my news.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, so we do have the Fed meeting tomorrow. No rate change expected. Focus on whether the easing bias is removed from the statement. Warsh's first press conference as chair is likely the biggest event risk. Widely expected to pause. In polling, with 72 of 102 responders in a Reuters survey conducted between June 4th and 9th, see no rate changes through the end of this year. So most people expect no change in rates by the end of this year. Basically, no hikes, no cuts. They're going to stay the same. 72% probability, though. Oil prices retracing sharply. Markets have paired some of those expectations and currently price around 18 basis points of tightening by the year end, implying a 72% probability of a 25 basis point hike. I don't know. I don't see 72%. I see roughly 60% right now. Unless it's changed in the Fed Watch tool, I'm showing roughly 60% chance December keeps rates the same.
Britt, you need to...
Or no, I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. I thought you were done.
No, yeah, I'm showing roughly 65% chance that we raise rates this year. We're currently here. Right, so this is... Yeah, this is rate hike odds right here. So again, roughly like 65% chance, 66% chance we raise this year. Roughly a 43% chance we pause. So that's what we got going on there. But the Nasdaq is starting to slow down. I'm tempted to buy, though. I'm tempted to buy. Oil's down. I might buy on this challenge account and just kind of swing for the fences. I need to make I would like to make $3,000 today in this account. So I'd like to make 3K in this Lucid Flex. Let's see if we can do it. For the stream, I will swing for the fences right here and take some size. For the stream. Goal is to build up a cushion and then add to that cushion. That's the plan right now. We've dropped a lot. We filled the whole gap to the downside here on the Nasdaq here, so that's the plan right now. We'll see if it happens, if it works. Does anyone believe they'll cooperate? Bitcoin is 68,000 today. Maybe. Bitcoin is still 66 this year. It's been basically stagnant. And I'm bad with evals, so I might just... If I lose, I lose. I'll buy another one.
Oh, Mr. Moneybags.
Did he really infected? Jelly Roll filed for divorce? Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you have an open, marriage.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, it's not conducive to long-term stability.
It really isn't, I mean, look, people can be reasonable, but look at this trade. So we are very green here. I'm going to cut some of this immediately right now because we got a nice little bounce here. We'll take a little bit more off. Give it time to push up some more and then hold 10 contracts maybe with a stop. Set break even now. Y'all remind me to cancel the stop loss, guys. Genuinely. Remind me to cancel this because I do not want 10 contracts magically filled.
I don't blame you.
I'd still rather use micro, Steve, but
in Vegas, I do retaliate against John. Whenever we hang out, I randomly move stuff around his house, or I'll leave stuff there that wasn't there before. Like the Dane Cook approach. Slowly drive him mad.
Yeah, no, that's true. He's like, what's the elves for Christmas? What is the elves? There's an elf. There's conniving elves for Christmas. What are they? Chat knows what I'm talking about. That's Brit. Basically, right now.
It is.
That's Brit.
That was a good bit though, where he was talking about breaking in and leaving lava lamps and stuff that wasn't there before.
Yeah. The chat knows. Hey, what's up, top 40? Elf on a shelf, right? Brit's like the Brit on the shelf. He comes in here, he connives.
Yeah, I'll move his phone to the kitchen or something like that. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Listen, lurkers. I see Top 40 saying, hey, I'm a lurker here. Just saying good morning. What's up, Top 40? Good morning, sir. Lurkers unite. Show yourselves. If you watch the stream and never chat, I'm going to make you chat today. You know. So, lurkers unite. Show up in the chat. We appreciate it.
Yeah, follow your fellow lurker who decided to be vocal this morning.
Raggedy Brit. Yes, that's right. No? Jay, why not? Laugh song. I chat. Yeah, I know.
The only thing raggedy about me is my appearance. Thank you.
All right, so now we're going red here. We're green, but like I said, I kind of want to swing for the fences here. It's a risky bet. Hey, what's up, Kick and Wing? Joe Dirt. We love it.
Got sparklers and snakes.
I only like snakes and sparklers, but
yeah.
We do this every day. I do this every day. I make you guys show up. What's up, Gia? I'm in a gold trade. Hey, good luck, my friend.
How will you progress if John doesn't push you out of your comfort zone? You know?
Yeah. What's up, gaming? Make me? I just did. We don't use that word anymore, CPJ. It's a bad word now. Gold. Is gold ripping? Dude, I should have bought gold, man. I had the idea this morning. I was like, you know what? I should buy gold. I'm not blaming the chat. I'm going to preface what I'm about to say with I'm not blaming the chat. You know, I'm not blaming the chat, guys, but they said not to buy gold. They said not to buy gold.
Just bear in mind, everybody, you know, the old expression, everything after the word but. I'm sorry, everything before the word but was bull.
Yeah, they said don't buy gold, guys. They said not to do it.
They said it couldn't be done.
Right.
And apparently it couldn't.
Look, I'm just going to swing for the fences in this eval that I just bought on a flex account. Hope we bounce at 820s and rebound back up. But it's starting to look kind of bearish here. See if we get like a fake out and a head up. Although, yeah, we are kind of wiggling kind of quickly here, but...
You're going to learn you shouldn't listen to the chat. Chat equals Kramer.
Yeah. Buy physical gold? That takes too long. Look at this trade. I was right. I added. I will take more off here. Bro, how is my P&L not higher than this today, though, dude? Hold on. Okay. Oh, we were down already in the account. I forgot. Okay, so we're up like 300 in this thing or something like that. 400. Goal is to build up a cushion. You can see my P&L right here. We're up about 170s, 200 or so on the last little piece. I took more off here. We'll hold the rest break even now.
Gold will be near 5K in 6 months, but short term is choppy.
Yeah, I can. That sounds reasonable. I don't think that's a bad thesis here. No, we don't have any economic data today.
Where do you guys think silver will be in 6 months? I mean, I've heard a few people talking about, you know, due to production demand and things like that, that it, you know, probably going to run up. But I'm just curious what level you think it'll run up to in the next 6 months.
I'm gonna go with like 90. I think silver maybe 90. And how long, Britt? 6 months or 2 months?
6 months. I'm just going by the by infected mushrooms time frame for gold.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. See, now we're kind of flat on this trade. I don't like where we're at on the volume profile either. $2 silver's definitely not going to be at $2. I'll buy up the farm if silver's at $2.
Oh yeah.
I see 130, 118s. I know this is risky, but like I said, I kind of trade evals like a, you know, I'm going to see if we get a liquidity grab down here.
That'd be cool. I mean, if it did drop significantly, I would just buy a bunch of it.
Yeah, I mean that, you know, the people who do the worst in crashes are people that get emotional and sell. People that do the best are generally people who buy the dips. Not telling you to do anything, not an investment professional, but
I understand the sentiment.
Yeah. All right, we got some really nice bounces here. If we can keep locking this in. High volume area, the volume profile too. Okay, we got a nice little green candle here. Slowly locking in profit as we rebound back up. We're at the POC right now.
It's all about
All right,
gold.
I'm out.
Follow gold.
All right, I just got out of that. Oil's starting to rebound back up. Where's the NQ? Oh wait, I was just in the NQ. Gold is still up there though, man.
35, 23, 22-ish.
Somebody says you're young compared to me. How old do you think I am in chat? How old do you think I am? I'm not young. I'll tell you that. I'm not young. I mean, am I 50? No.
No, he's 51.
Every time I ask this question, people are mean. They're like, bro, you're 65. You know?
41, 45, 45.
Say late 40s. Late 40s, bro? Y'all think I'm late 40s, dude? They're just messing with me. They gotta be messing with me. I feel attacked, guys. I feel attacked.
You should, John.
John is barely 18. My behavior might seem that way.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't know about females, but men never really get past about 16, 18, 19 mentally.
It depends on who they're talking to, you know?
Well, yeah, like if you're, you know, in a serious discussion, but like innately, just when you're like by yourself or like with people you're comfortable with, you're a teenager.
Yeah.
Not when I say you, I don't mean you specifically. I mean like in general, like everybody.
Look at gold, guys. Gold is dipping down. We're at 43.70 right now for gold. I don't know if I want to buy it yet. But give me like 65s. I might buy this.
36 not old at all. Yeah, they say 36 is the new 35. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at news just now. I don't see anything. Look at gold with big pullback though for gold.
Yeah, I don't see anything either.
I must might buy this dip in gold too now. Where's my trading platform? I got 2 Bitcoins up. Let me exit out of that. Yeah, finance. Let me exit out of that. Yields. I'll keep that up. All right, let's watch yields. There it is. I don't know why I missed it.
Also, if you haven't already, guys, join us in the Discord. You know.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I just bought gold a little bit here. We'll see how this turns out. We got a pretty big bounce fast, though. I don't know. I have to add more to this, maybe. Does your fireplace emit heat? Is this live chart right now before market opening today? What time is it now? It is 9:05 p.m. or 9:05 a.m. Eastern time. All right, guys, let's see if we hold. Spacex is a big watch, though. It's right around $200. Yeah, it's definitely a change of character. Gold falling down with oil here. All right, we're still dipping. I'm going to add more to this gold trade. Scale into some size here. It's an eval. We're green. We can handle it, I think. I like the dip after gold tested all-time highs. It just depends on what the Nasdaq and the rest of this does, though. I'll put the thing up so you can watch it here on my P&L. There we go. We got the rebound here. I'm going to take some off now. Lock in about 1/3 of the profit and then hold the rest break even. See if we can run a little bit more for gold. You continue to like build up a cushion here. SpaceX hits 2 indices. Yeah, I mean, it's already made millionaires for sure. Where will oil close the month, guys? What do you guys think?
Probably about where it was before the conflict, I would guess.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think?
I don't think oil's getting down to 65. Maybe it does. It just depends, but I don't think so necessarily here.
Maybe not. Maybe not in, what is it? I guess a little less than 2 weeks. Maybe I'm wrong, but I still think it's going to keep dropping. It might not
could.
hit that point in the next, like I said, 2 weeks, but I think it'll get there again pretty quick.
I don't know. It hit 77s today. Broke under 77. It could. I don't necessarily think it will, but it could. SpaceX right at 200s. Oil headed to 66. Oil 70. Oil 60s. Oil to 60s. Maybe it does. I don't know. I think markets have already priced in this deal that we got, and so whether it continues falling depends on what the MOU looks like. I think we're supposed to get updates on the MOU sometime, so we'll see what it actually looks like. But
yeah, well, I mean, I figure between that and increased production, and especially the oil we're getting out of Venezuela, that would probably contribute to it.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I did buy gold. I'm down in my gold trade. This gold keeps falling. We're at the 200 EMA. I'm going to take a swing at this. Fix my average a little bit. See if we bounce at the 200 exponential. It's definitely a little bit riskier of a trade, but again, it's an eval. We can play with it this way. Look at SpaceX. SpaceX under $200 a share now. SpaceX at 199.30s and falling. 199.20s. About to hit 199s right now. I want 25 contracts here. Dude, why does my P&L always disappear, bro? Like, dude, OBS needs to get their window thing right. Maybe it's me. Oh my goodness. I look the other way. Gold is down big here. It's under the 200 EMA. How much can I add on this account? Let's see if gold bounces at the 200 exponential here. Look at SpaceX, guys. SpaceX under 199s now. The whole market
SpaceX options just went live.
Yeah, for some platforms they did. So look at SpaceX under 199s now. Yeah, I'm looking at some other stuff, but yeah, on some platforms they definitely went live. I'm looking at the options chain on SpaceX. Man, the red has shown up in markets today, man. Look at SpaceX down to 196s or 198s. Yeah, the bears just got control of markets today, man. Yeah, I can't cover that, but yeah, I thought something like that might happen. You know.
Yeah, me too. I didn't expect you to talk about it. I was just showing you.
Yeah. Bloodbath today. It's not a bloodbath yet. It's definitely a little spicier right now, though. You know. Just because markets are nervous. John, do you sell TLT with oil bottoms? TLT would be bond prices, so bond prices are going to go up as yields go down, and vice versa. So oil dropping means lower inflation, which means higher rate cut odds, which means lower interest rates, which means TLT moves up, probably. Yeah, TLT's up today on lower yields. Yeah, so that's right. So TLT moves up as interest rate sentiment goes down, like higher likelihood of cuts, so to speak, is what it is. So yeah, TLT is going to move up as interest rate sentiment goes down, creating a range for wash tomorrow. Yeah, that's possible for sure. All right, so I see Vance told news that Iran is entering a 60-day test period under the president's agreement to reopen the strait. So we are in this gold trade, and we are up. I can maybe hold some of this break even, but I'm going to liquidate some of it too. As long as it doesn't dump under the 200 EMA, I'll hold this.
Do we have any data today? I don't.
No, we don't have any data. Data's lighter this week because we had so much data last week. We had PPI inflation, we had CPI inflation last week. We had
I mean, we had an
SpaceX.
ADP revision today, but that was it, I think, right?
Yeah, it was just the ADP weekly report. It's weekly jobs report. It should have been what, 25.5K
Yeah, as opposed to 29,000
last time. Yeah, so kind of flat jobs report. And this is a labor market that's feared strong jobs, or this is a market that's feared strong jobs too. I don't know if that dynamic's going to change now that the conflict is closer to being to an end and oil has been falling, you know?
Yeah, I get you.
All right, gold, keep pushing up for me here. Thank you, sir. I will take a little bit more off right there. I think the president already spoke. I don't think there's another speech today specifically here. Yeah, so I don't think there's another speech today. Also, guys, do me a favor. Check out Lucid. Use coupon code BGT at checkout. Help support your friend here. Yeah, Apex actually has 90% off sale going on too. Still, 5-pack bundle. If you want, like, if you've never traded prop firms before, Apex is probably the right move, right? Like, if you're experienced and you want some good experience, Tradeify, Lucid, Tradeify and Lucid, and also Take Profit Trader, great for new traders. But if you've never traded them before, you can get very cheap Apex accounts right now. I'm going to sell the rest of this here in the profit.
At those discount prices, can you really afford not to? I mean, that's the question.
Yeah. $85. Your plugs are funny, Britt. All love, but your plugs are funny. Your plugs pivot back to like used cars. Spin plugs.
I know, that's kind of the point. Honestly, I'm doing it on purpose.
But no, Apex accounts, you can get 5 accounts for $85 on Apex. Very cheap, $17 each for the base accounts. If you want to end of day trail, you get 5 accounts for $175. Very cheap. Very cheap. So if you're new and you want to learn, Apex is probably one of the right moves. Again, I'm biased. I get paid by them, but genuinely useful for traders. And yeah, check them out here. Here's the Apex link if you want to help support your friend here in this channel. Let me know what BGT stands for. It's definitely not beginner trading. There's Apex's link right there if you want to check it out.
Do it now.
There's a speech now for who, Altuve?
Yeah, I just think when you pitch, you got to pitch to your personality, you know?
I get it, bro. I get it, dude. And you're a used car salesman. I know. I understand.
I am. But I'm a friendly one, you know? Like, I come across like I'm kind of a huckster, but, you know, you can trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. He's different, guys. He's different. You can trust him. Gold broke down. It looks like me cutting that trade was the right move here. Where's the Nasdaq at? Nasdaq's still deeply red. Not deeply red. Deeply red from an hour ago. Red on the day slightly.
Before they run out, guys. Yeah, while supplies last.
Yeah, while supplies last here. You know. If gold hits the VWAP at 43.5, I guess I'm going to buy it. Oil's still down. Spacex option plays are moving this thing too. Look at the orders go through. 199 for SpaceX. 199. All right, guys. The opening bell in 14 minutes. Will we have a bullish or bearish open? We did a poll earlier about Warsh. Let's do a poll about the opening bell here. You can let me know in the chat right now. You can also answer the poll. Will we have a bullish or bearish open? There's the poll. Vote. I want my deal. Deal is off. All right, so most people are bullish for the opening bell that I'm showing right now. 60% bull, 40% bear, roughly, but it's kind of moving quick. Yeah, here's TLT. Bond prices are up, which means yields are down today, which they are. Gold is still kind of fading down here. Honestly, I think this price action today has been kind of difficult to trade. I mean, a deal this. Speaking of that, look at the Nasdaq jump here. So the Nasdaq is kind of moving away from gold too. Look at the Nasdaq jumped all the way back up to that previous closing price level. We get over the previous closing price, maybe I'll buy this again. We'll see. Looking at our poll so far, yeah, we're about 60-40 votes in the poll. Yeah, so I did see, it says we'll have a news conference on the Iran deal in a few days regarding Trump. Yeah, so we saw that top negotiator Kalibov will be present for the signing of the interim agreement to end the conflict in Switzerland on Friday. Nasdaq tried to go green on the day, though. We got 11 minutes here, though, for the opening bell chat. I'm in SpaceX right now. I hope it goes up. We got the options unlocked today, though, so it could be volatile. Like, we could get volatility. We'll see, though.
Brit. I don't even know what I said. Honestly, I forget what I say almost as soon as I say it.
Nasdaq is back to technically green on the day. And look at SpaceX jump back over 201s. So SpaceX at 201s now. Nasdaq at 30,830s here. So Nasdaq's technically green. If we get over the VWAP, I might buy a dip. But the opening bell is upon us in 10 minutes. So I'm in SpaceX, but my average is pretty good, honestly. We're green on it. I think I'm in a pretty good spot for SpaceX. All right, looking at our poll, 57% bullish at the opening bell, 42% bearish. 200 psychological level for SpaceX. Yeah, for sure. It's relevant to watch, at least.
I just hope SpaceX does awesome because I actually want to go to space. I want to be like Will Robinson.
You're going to go to space. I believe that. Believe, Brittany, you know.
I mean, he was talking about yesterday or day before, talking about like not just sending astronauts to space, but sending like you to space, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, well, put your application in, brother. You know, I believe you.
I am.
You know,
it's going to be accompanied by the song "Rocket Man" by Elton John.
Yeah, that's right. I believe you can do it. I believe you can do it.
Me too.
All right, guys. So Nasdaq agreed on the day. SpaceX back up to 201s. Yeah, it's a nicotine vape. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I went to a concert a couple weeks ago, and you know, when I drink, sometimes I am tempted to, you know, and now I haven't stopped since the concert. I'll stop soon. I'll throw these things away, but you know.
For shame, John.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
I know you can do it.
I know. I'm trying.
Spoilers, nothing in space. The clues in the name. I mean, I don't know. I tend to disagree. I mean, technically, we're in space.
Yeah, I mean,
or at least at well, not a fixed point, but a point in space.
Yeah. All right. So I see Qatar Energy is ready to resume liquefied natural gas (LNG) production at Ras Laffan very quickly and reach full production within a month. Sources with knowledge say the main problem is shipping, not production, and how fast can quantitative easing bring ships in. I think they meant we, not QE. I assumed it was QE, but I think they meant how quickly we can bring ships in, according to a source with knowledge. And I also see that Hormuz shipping resumes gradually as deal progresses. Iran says the blockade of the strait has eased with a limited number of vessels going through ahead of the deal signing, according to Deputy FM. Ship tracking shows several tankers and cargo vessels transiting in recent hours. Officials say the waterway is reopening under the agreement with full normalization expected after the final signing. Yeah, this is probably right, learned. I'm trying.
I believe in you, John. I know you can do it.
Yeah, I believe I can too, dude. I mean, I believe there's anybody that can. You know,
you've done it before.
Yeah. All right, look at gold. Gold is still dipping here. Look at gold. Not a small dip either. Look at gold all the way down to the VWAP area here. I've been buying these dips all morning. I don't know if I should again though for gold. It's looking a little spicy right now. It could just liquidity grab right here around the VWAP though and move back up, but I don't know if that's what we're gonna get. We'll see. Yeah, we're starting to pop back higher here now. Oil keeps heading up. What's the buy? Shiny Rocks and gold. Jods is 1.5x. What is?
You're in 1.5x, he said. I think.
He just said Jods is 1.5x. My thinking capacity? I think that's what it is. He must be talking about that. How quickly I can think here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm just going to interpret it as that and believe, you know, that's what he said. AMU back over 1100. SpaceX back over 200. So we'll have 202s. I'm curious to see what we get. We got the market on open data in 1 minute now. In 1 minute for market on open data. We'll see if this helps or hurts the market here. But
also, he's talking about some guy named Jay Hans. He's not even talking about you.
Jay Hans?
Yeah.
I hear that guy's the greatest. Who spells John J-H-O-N, by the way? Who spells it that way? You know, J-H-O-N? You know? Jahan, you know? I don't know. I don't trust you if you spell it like that. All right, gold did bounce. SpaceX back up to 204s basically right now. 204s for SpaceX. It's still moving here. The speed, I do speak, read quickly.
John, top 3 speed reader, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, J-O-N works. I'll respond to J-O-N. All right, guys,
the bars
listen.
or C bars or whatever. J-O-N-H.
Here's the market on open data right now. So here's 925. We do have the market on open data hitting. Let's see the Nasdaq here. It is over the previous closing price, but it has faded a little bit this morning. SpaceX dipping a little bit on that market on open data at 202s right now, 201s. Nasdaq just went back red on the day, rejected at the volume weighted average price here as well. I would want speed read slowly.
Toxics.
All right, guys, here we go. The opening bell is here. We got 4.5 minutes left.
So what do you think, John? Red or green on open?
I don't know. Looking at our poll, we're 60-40 out of a few hundred votes. I don't know. I think it's hard to tell. This opens a little bit weird. We were really optimistic earlier this morning, and now that we're heading into the opening bell, we filled the entire gap up on the way down here. And Nasdaq has been teetering back and forth between red and green. SpaceX at 201 seems to be holding $200 support, but options are now unlocked for the open for SpaceX, and so that is a different dynamic where we could get volatility. What's up, Joker? Thank you for the subscribe, my friend. Actually, let me put it in sub-only mode. I don't think I've done that yet.
I don't know if you have or not.
No, I just did. We are now in sub-only mode. The gold that shines today is the same gold that has shined since the beginning of time. Is that a wrap? I'm just gonna assume it was.
Thanks for subscribe, Joker.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. All right, guys. Opening bell is upon us. What do you guys think? We had NFP data. Scandinavian, Johan.
Johannes.
Yeah. Can you yodel? I could definitely yodel. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but I feel like I could, you know. I feel like if I started yodeling, it would make everybody else... It would make all the other yodels look bad. You know, yodelers. Is that a word?
Yeah.
I think it's
a
word.
Yeah, no, it's a word. John yodels so well that he would put Jimmy Rogers to shame. I've heard it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yes, I'm in SpaceX right now. Nasdaq is very sideways over the last 5 minutes. Gold has been breaking down, but it did dip and then bounce. But gold is looking a little sketchy right now. I'm looking at the volume weighted average price for the open. We have 2 minutes left into the opening bell. Yeah, we'll see if it goes to space. I'm watching it. I'm watching $200 for SpaceX. I want to see it hold there. Gain some steam. Start pushing up towards 230s here. Like, that's what I would love to happen. Bitcoin has been dipping a little bit since we first looked at it. It's down to 66,000s now. Again, what are you guys buying today? Let me know ahead of the opening bell. We have a minute and a half left until the open. A minute and a half. What are you guys buying today, guys? Let me know. I don't know what I'm buying yet. I think it's a little tricky. I think it's all kind of tricky right now in terms of buys. Bitcoin just hit 66K. All right, so I asked what are you buying today. I see BB, socks, hymns, Nasdaq, gold and Bitcoin, WDC, short silver, long Bitcoin, SpaceX, Bear Trap, Meta, SpaceX, NBIS, QQQ puts, B&O, silver. Yeah, Nasdaq looks promising today. The dip looks interesting for sure on the Nasdaq, but I gotta wait and let some time play out. We have 45 seconds left. 45 seconds. So I gotta let some time play out first before I decide to just jump in and buy anything here. I think it's a little bit harder to like gauge this today, to be honest. But the opening bell is here. SpaceX is at 200s. Gold is at 43.50s. I see IBM expanded their strategic partnership with Serata. Where's Quantum at this morning here? Here's the opening bell, guys. So let's see what the opening brings. Quantum is down over the last 20 minutes. Rigetti especially. QBTS is as well. All right, guys, here's the open. We have gold up. We have SpaceX up. There's the opening bell. If that was delayed, hit the live button. Put it in 2x speed. And you'll catch up. Yeah, Service Now is interesting. All right, here's the open, though.
I was going to mention that.
All right, look at SpaceX.
What's it doing?
It hit 204s just now for SpaceX. So SpaceX trying to get up here at the opening bell. Let's watch the Nasdaq also. Nasdaq has dumped since the open though.
Yeah.
Could be rotation to the SpaceX maybe. Like it could be some rotation here. Nasdaq is retracing back up though. Very big down wick here in the Nasdaq. Look at ARM. ARM is flying up. Yeah, 414s for ARM. How's the one when I'm mad I sold it? I bought it at IPO day at like 60 or whatever it was, and then I wrote it up to like 100%, and then I sold it at like 1 something. Should have held that freaking thing. It's at 417s now for ARM. Nasdaq starting to correct some of this maybe exuberance. SpaceX up to 210s again, though. Look at SpaceX run here, guys. 208s, 209s. Almost to 210s. 209.50s for SpaceX. We are running at the opening bell at least a little bit for SpaceX. Back up to 210s right now. Options are now unlocked in this thing as well here, guys. So SpaceX is pushing. Let's see if we can get up to those pre-market highs, that after-hours high yesterday. We're still trying to move here. Look at this move. SpaceX 211s right now, 211s. Nasdaq down, but look at SpaceX 212s this morning here. So let's try it here. Let's try it. All right, guys. SpaceX will mark a new high of the day at 224s, then retrace. Well, it's up a lot since the open. It's back under 210s, though. It's starting to pull back some. We're about 2 minutes into the day. Nasdaq is kind of flat in range. I'll look for an orb setup here. But SpaceX, 210s right now. Is gold bouncing? Yeah, gold is bouncing a little bit. I want to buy gold, but I also think I need to wait and let my 4 or 5 minutes play out before I buy anything. SpaceX with a pullback here down to 205s, 204s, 203s. Back up to 206s or 205s now. We're watching the Nasdaq closely here too.
See you later, Sanguine.
Hey, see you.
Or Sanguine, however you want to say it.
Alright, so we are starting to pull back a little bit. It's the opening bell, so you guys just be very, very careful here. Spacex still at 206s here. Nasdaq still kind of falling though. Alright guys, Nasdaq just cracked that low here. SpaceX still popping though here. Wow. I did buy gold just now. Let's see how this trade goes. I did buy gold. It's been on a large pullback ahead of the opening bell. Let's see if it can run. But you can see I'm in gold right here. There we go. I'll take a little bit more off up here. There we go. I'd like a larger cushion on the day, but there we go. Take a little bit more off up there. And we'll hold the rest flat, mostly. If it holds. Or if it doesn't hold, we'll hold it. We'll get out flat. Alright, I'm going to cut it right there. Alright, so we made money for sure. Look at the Nasdaq start to pop, though. Look at the Nasdaq trying to go back green on the day on the NQ. SpaceX still at 208s right now. So SpaceX still at 208s. Maybe I should have held that gold trade. I don't know. SpaceX at 208s. Nasdaq trying to go green. Looks like it was the right move to sell that gold trade here. I mean, SpaceX does look strong since the bell. It bounced right there at the VWAP 200 EMA moving average. Exponential moving average. Yeah, I'm in Nike still. It's at 46s. Okay, that's looking better. What's the Oracle doing? Is the Oracle back? No, not really. Nasdaq trying to go green on the day, but SpaceX is back up to 210s right now. Nasdaq lagging, so that's money going into SpaceX. Yeah, Nasdaq is slightly red on the day. It's trying to go green though. I'm tempted to buy the Nasdaq here because it went and tapped the previous close. But look at that big pullback here in the NQ. It's gonna buy more. What a turnaround for the Nasdaq at the opening bell. Did we pop up? Alright, Nasdaq fading back down here. Could be rotation. Into SpaceX. SpaceX at 208s. There we go. I did buy the Nasdaq. Can y'all see this? I don't know why it's not showing you guys my Nasdaq trade. I guess it's clipped on the other end. We're very green on this Nasdaq trade. Look, here it is right here. Take a little bit more off on this bounce. I want to let this run back up. There we go. I'll take one more off here. I don't know why it's not showing.
What are you talking about, your P&L not showing?
Yeah. I'm trying to get it to show for you guys.
Big move on core weave, apparently.
Here's my P&L. Okay, I found it. We already liquidated most of this position, though, up here. So I'm holding this. Spacex, still try. There's the Nasdaq. Try to go back green on the day. This is the previous closing price, though, so it's a little bit sketchier holding it here. But I wouldn't mind it. If it gets past 840, I think it's a good sign. I could also add on a dip like this. And then hold it flat, which I think I'm probably going to do.
Quantum is getting a beating today. Core weave, gamma squeeze.
Yeah, I saw quantum stocks going down. I saw Rigetti moving down here this morning. It was like ahead of the bell, but I didn't see that.
When will Warsh speak?
Tomorrow at 2:30. There we go. Put a scale in some here.
Is it the new norm now that Nvidia can hardly get 2 green days in a row? I don't know. What do you guys think, chat?
I think Nvidia slowed down a lot. So I think Nvidia's like it's been lagging a lot. I don't like that move at all. As soon as it fails to rebound there, I'm gonna get out. We're green on the trade, but it's Nasdaq is consolidating. That VWAP level and 200 exponential keep pricing it down. So we got out. Looks like it was the right move too. We made money on it. SpaceX still consolidating. Looks like a flag for SpaceX though, no? Seems like a flag to me. What's up, Lloyd?
See you later, Lloyd.
And mute.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I think MU is gonna split sometime this year, as long as it holds, and I think SanDisk is as well. So I think those are gonna split sometime this year, maybe next year. All right, so I got out of the Nasdaq here. Now it looks bearish.
You gonna buy in if and when they split?
I don't know. Maybe time would be to get in before, but they're also up a lot, so. Nasdaq popping back up. We got a range here is what we're looking at on the Nasdaq. So an orb setup maybe here would be this range. We're about 10 minutes into the day, so we could watch for a 10-minute orb. We get over 340 and pull back, I'll buy it. But that does look like a flag on SpaceX. Oracle bouncing back a little bit. ARM is still just not stopping here either, man. ARM is flying up. Warsh speaks tomorrow, friend.
What is ARM? What do they produce, or what service do they provide?
They're kind of a chip stock. They're kind of a smaller name stock. So they're semiconductor software design.
Okay.
They design CPUs and cores of the CPUs.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've heard it mentioned a few times today, and I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I bought it on IPO. I don't know if it was IPO day or the next day, but I bought it around the IPO and made a bunch on it and then sold. Should have held though, because it's up like hundreds of % relative to where I got out.
ARM's a chip stock. They make shovels.
Yeah. It's like the gold rush, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so we're
Apple
up a little.
And
Here,
check meta.
Yeah, we're up a little bit here in the Nasdaq. If the Nasdaq, I'm tempted to buy this dip, but I'm also nervous about buying the dip. But I'm gonna buy one contract, keep it very safe, and then add to it if it goes in my favor here. I think just keep it really small. This is kind of where I wanted to buy in it, but I'm also worried we're gonna go back into that high volume node as well. So I can keep it small, and if it pushes up, we can just add to it. Is the plan right now. And there's the push up. Might add on a little retracement dip here now. It's kind of a whippy price action day though. There we go. Hey, thank you for the subscribe, Jay. Appreciate the love. Thank you so much for the subscribe, my friends.
We appreciate all the love and support, you guys, so thanks.
Yeah, there we go. There's the push up I wanted here. Yep, there's the opening range breakout too. Okay. Take a little bit off there. Add back on a dip, maybe at the VWAP. Might not stop here though. I'll go heavy at the VWAP now. But if we...
Just letting you know there's a chance that you might lose me. It's pouring down rain here, and my electrical grid is not the most stable up here.
Yeah. Okay. Britt, you can get rained out. I'm just glad the UFC card didn't get rained out. Oracle still
I know,
pushing
although
up.
it did get pushed back by an hour and robbed me of sleep.
It did rob me of sleep. Yeah. Alright, so look, we're going to go heavy into the VWAP right now and see if we bounce here. But I got to be careful because fake outs could happen right down here. There's the VWAP. Looks like it wants to prop us up there. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Take a little bit off. Still hold most of this. Hey, thank you for the subscribe, Lisa. Thanks so much. We got a cushion on the day. Oh my goodness, is this news driven? What a drop all of a sudden. Spacex back up to 211s. It could be rotation.
Yeah, I don't see anything on the news just yet.
Yeah, it's a risky trade here. Like I said, I was going heavy, but I need to make I think my profit target is 6K in this, so I need to make 3K a day here. So I don't mind swinging for the fences here to give the opening bell something to watch. The music changes. I gotta figure this out. Hold on. Where's the music? Oh no. Oh, there we go. I'm very green here. Let's take some profit, chat. I missed the profit taking to change the stupid song that played. There we go. That's better. All right, we're going to cut more. Yep. Cut more up here. Yep. There we go. Cut more up there.
You know, what's more important, John? Profit or mood music, you know?
Definitely mood music. Yeah. All right, so we're starting to rip up. We got a really nice bounce here. I'll cut the rest break even. We got 3 left. That's a big turnaround, so we'll cut it right there. Nicely green day. Now we can really swing and try to get that 3K here. Yeah, I removed the stop loss, Raymond. Where's oil? Oil's back up to 78 a barrel, though. Nasdaq is kind of flat. We do have the 15-minute orb that we can watch right now, though. Nasdaq's trying to hold green here, but it's only slightly green on the day right now. Spacex still over 210s, holding support. Hey, thank you for the subscribe, team. Hey, appreciate the love. Thanks so much. Nasdaq still back up. Should have held maybe, but 200 exponentials at 866. Let's see if we can hold up there. You laughing
It's
at the name?
just a fun name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Team Wee.
Yeah. That's markets right now, dude.
Yeah. We talk about AI being a bubble. What do you guys think about SpaceX being a bubble? I mean, not already, huh?
I mean, it could be. I'm not putting it beyond it, but I'm in it right now. But it could be.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't just dismissing it out of hand. It just seemed like a little quick for a bubble, but I mean, what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, it still loses money. You know, it just depends if it catches up to the valuations. Very choppy range here, but I might buy this dip again. See if we get over that 200 EMA level now. Okay. That's good. I might add more to this if we keep pushing, obviously. I like the volume profile area that we're at now. Oracle just went green on the day also. All right, we're still trying to get over that 200 exponential here. I just don't want the
I wasn't just dismissing it. I just don't know.
You just went out for a
It
second.
seemed kind of sudden to me. That's all. Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get over that 200 EMA here on the Nasdaq.
So 5 blasting off.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some off here. Hold 1 left and add to it if it keeps going in my favor. Oh, hold on. I'm still in 1 contract here, 1. Do I risk it here and add back? Well, we have 1 contract here, so I think we can, but... Nasdaq trying to fill back some of the gap that it made. SpaceX, guys, at 217s right now. Look at SpaceX. Creeping towards those all-time highs at what, 230 roughly? All-time highs on SpaceX?
Now you went out a little bit.
Yeah, it might just be your end.
I mean, it probably is. Like I said, I'm having a pretty good downpour here.
Yeah, there's the Nasdaq getting back up there. There we go. We can hold the rest of this and maybe break even. No, this is not financial advice. Did I go out for a second there, or was it just Brit? Okay, I'm gonna sell the rest of this break even right there, roughly. Made money. Microsoft's been red for a while, though, dude. You know, software fears.
Publicly traded space sector is not an industry, but a collection of dreams that are too absurd to actually come true. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, the stuff that they're shooting for is gonna happen, but I wouldn't put it outside the realm of possibility. I mean, how many things wouldn't have happened just because people didn't believe they could? You know, people didn't try.
Yeah, but it's not just space, though. That's the thing about it. It's not just space. It's also shit. It's also AI. You know, so it's not just space. It's AI as well, right? Like they announced a deal earlier with, who was it? They announced a deal earlier, and so on that deal announcement, they bought another AI company too. So it's not just space.
Yeah.
Like the same thing happens with like crypto, right? Like people hear Bitcoin and they hear cryptocurrency and they assume it has to mirror real currency, and it doesn't, guys. Like Bitcoin is more correlated with gold than dollars, you know.
Yeah.
So people hear cryptocurrency and they think, oh, well, it's not a real currency, you know, and then so they don't like it. But you know, it's kind of the same thing with SpaceX. They hear SpaceX and they're like, oh, it's got to just be purely space, but it's not. It's not.
Yeah, no, you're completely right about that. But just in regards to the space sector portion of it, I mean, I just kind of feel like that's saying, like, you know, why try for anything new? It couldn't possibly happen, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, $60 billion deal with SpaceX for Cursor. Yeah. Yeah, they bought the parent company of Cursor. That's who they bought.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Nasdaq still creeping up. Still green on the day here. That opening range breakout trade worked. We're at 880s. I don't know if I like this dip. I don't know if there's enough meat on this move. I might buy 50s, 850s. We're at 880, so if we get a dip there, I might take it. But SpaceX tested highs at open again, 218s right now for SpaceX. Just broke it, got up to almost 220s. 219.56, the open high for SpaceX. I'm assuming chips are rebounding today, huh? No, Nvidia's not. Google's flat. Apple's green. Memory plays are flat. SanDisk is down a little bit since the open. Speaking of Bitcoin, Bitcoin broke under 66,000 now. So. All right, so here's a reasonable pullback, as long as it's not catalyst driven here. Let's see. Maybe I should have bought that dip. I wanted 850s. We'll maybe be a little greedy here with it. We have a very, very large cushion on the day. We'll take some size into the open. Here's 850s. Like I said, I don't mind swinging for the fences in this thing, but I need some follow through. There we go.
Wait, swinging for what?
Fences. You know?
Oh, okay.
Wooden fences specifically.
Oh. Like hurricane.
All right, we're going to take a little bit more off here. Yep. Take a little bit more off. Hold the rest close to break even, maybe. Trying to let this run a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Take a little bit more off up there. Give me highs. There we go. All right, we're going to cut the rest as we start to retrace, but hold a little. Spacex up to 220s right now, guys. Back to highs of the day. I'll probably add some more to this and then hold it flat if I can get a dip to add into. There we go. All right, we'll hold the rest flat. There we go. All right, I'm gonna take some off closer to the highs of the day now and then hold the last two. There we go, we just broke highs. I'm gonna cut it right there at that high of the day break here. So, doing pretty good. 219.75s for SpaceX. About to hit 220s here.
How much are you up on the day so far, if you don't mind me asking?
Like, in this account, 1,400.
Oh, you couldn't have made 1450, huh?
I know, I was shooting for 15 and I just didn't quite make it. Nasdaq's still jumping here. We're at 38. Netflix just dropped. Any news? Looks like SpaceX is pulling Tesla up with it. Yeah, I mean, I thought we'd get some maybe rotation out of Tesla here. The Tesla back up to 410s.
Yeah, that world puzzle.
And so it looks like I got out close to the highs on the Nasdaq here, which is good. I got out right in time. Now we're in another pullback. Definitely a little choppy today, but it's probably because it's the day before the FOMC decision. I mean, we're going to pause tomorrow, but yeah, we're going to pause tomorrow anyway, but we'll have to. Very choppy range, though. SpaceX trying to get back over 220s. Do we have anything at 10 o'clock today? Let me see. I thought we might. It was like Atlanta Fed GDP in 3 minutes, quarter two. At least that's what some of the platforms say. We're back down to the VWAP here. I might buy this dip. All right, so we'll take a little bit more. I'll add to this position here at the VWAP right now. As long as it's not catalyst driven, see if we bounce at the VWAP. There we go. Needs to hold. I'm not going to take any more than this, though. Definitely a turn, though. I'm worried we're going to chop leading into the Fed meeting. Let's see if this holds. I'm going to reduce size a little bit here and get out because that was not a follow through like I wanted. We'll add it back if we start to go back up, which we kind of are now. But I don't mind getting out flat there and being safe. There we go. Bounce at the VWAP here. We might add on a dip again. That's dippy enough. There we go. Take a little bit off there. There we go. Cut it right there. Looks like it might struggle at that 200 EMA and we might retain chop, but we made money. Spacex still trying to get over 220s, but it's still up a lot. Red, did we get the Atlanta Fed GDP data? No, we still got 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, we're supposed to get the Atlanta Fed GDP data coming live around 10 o'clock. I don't know if it's accurate, but we'll see if we get it or not. All right, so now we're falling back down into the VWAP area. We're also in a high volume node. So if we can hold over the high volume node, I'll buy more, but if not, I'll wait.
Sounds like a sound strategy, you know. But regardless of all that, hit the like button, guys. Get us to 400 likes.
Yeah, do it now, guys.
Immediately, some say.
Yeah, tomorrow's the Fed meeting, dude. It should be crazy. It's Warsh's first meeting, so it should be interesting. All right, look at the Nasdaq turn and go all the way back red on the day here. Nasdaq is technically red on the day here, chat. It's down under 30,820. And it looks bearish if we can break under this level that we're at now. Is there any news? Atlanta Fed GDP. Let me see. Did it show up? No, I don't see anything. Sometimes they get these wrong. So most of the time, Atlanta Fed GDP does not come out at 10. It comes out at 11. And then tomorrow we have retail sales data. But yeah, I don't even see that dropping. So maybe it's just a mistake on their part. I mean, the value is, it's a micro contract. So I'm not taking a full E-mini position. I'm taking one micro contract. All right, we're back down. Hold on real quick. So it basically moves $2 per point. All right, so look, we're dipping down. We're at 820s right now. It looks bearish here. Hold on. Look at SpaceX, guys. 223s for SpaceX. 223s right now. Look at SpaceX. Getting close to that all-time high of, what, 230? Is the all-time high roughly for SpaceX? It's close. Do I short the Nasdaq here? I'm thinking about it. I'm going to short it small. Right here. Add to it, maybe, but we're going to start small.
And it's just tanked, apparently.
Did it? Yeah, I mean, the Nasdaq turned all the way back red on the day, but it's kind of a sideways whippy price action day, so just be careful. I don't really trust any of this, to be honest. I'm not going to add any more, though. I'm going to leave it like this. 6 contracts is fine.
Swiss Foreign Ministry says potential signing of U.S.-Iran Memorandum of Understanding is currently scheduled for Friday, June 19th at the Bergenstock in central Switzerland.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying I saw that. I'm not saying. I know. Thank you for reporting it. It's good that you report it. No, I was in the middle of the trade, so I didn't say anything. Okay, yeah. All right, so now we're green again on the short. Break down into the low volume area, the volume profile, please. There we go. Okay. Come on. SpaceX, guys, 225s right now. It's about to break all-time highs here. There we
I think
go.
this got reported earlier, so I don't know why it's getting reported again, but SpaceX overtakes Microsoft to become the 4th biggest company by market value.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was reported earlier, but that's
Yeah, I
probably
don't know
actually
why.
recent. It was Amazon earlier. That one's
Okay,
probably
well now
recent.
it's Microsoft.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to 225s right now, so it's doing okay. This trade's taking too long. I'm going to take half off here. Risk management, this thing, and then add back to it if it goes in my favor. That way the risk is less. It's holding a little bit too well down here. But look at SpaceX, 225s right now for SpaceX. And you can see my P&L right here. There we go. Nice breakdown here. We'll take a little bit more off down here. And then we'll hold. See if we start to really break down.
Basically, I don't think he was saying that it was at 2:30 now. I think he was saying that it was at 2:30.
2:30 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Eastern time tomorrow. The Fed meeting, or specifically when Marsh speaks.
No.
Oh.
SpaceX at 2:30.
Oh.
No,
230 is the highs. 230 is the highs. It's not there yet. It's at 223s now. The highs are 230 right here.
I misread the comment. He was actually asking, where do you see SpaceX all-time highs at 230? I've got 223.85 is what he's saying.
Well, it depends on if we're talking about pre-market, right? So if pre-market, if we look at this high, they don't. A lot of platforms don't count highs until market hours are open. But yesterday and after hours, SpaceX hit 229.85. That's the 230 high I'm talking about here. All right, Nasdaq is jumping back up here. I'm gonna sell. Yeah, so I'm talking about after hours high yesterday for SpaceX. That's what I'm talking about.
John's not busting my chops. The only chops John likes is pork chops, so.
I do like pork chops.
I do too.
Yeah, look at SpaceX.
It's not to like.
I like quantum stocks. I don't like short-term quantum stocks, but I like long-term holds.
Who's on first? What's on second? Is what my response is.
Yeah.
I was talking to Vasquez Carlos.
Okay. I'm going to enter a small position here. Try to ride this range down. It looks a little head and shoulders-y on the short-term chart.
John says, thanks, John.
There we go. So we're starting to break. There we go. See if we can add more to this. Take some more risk now. Maybe on a little bounce here. And bad fail, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. Keep fading. There we go. Take a little bit more off there. Maybe add back on a bounce. We're in a high volume node, but I think if we start to break down here, it's looking better for a short. Using the volume profile. There we go. And maybe it's a little resilient here, but size in on this little bounce here, short-term moving average. There we go. I am in the high volume area of this profile though. I wanted to reduce size. It looks like I didn't enough, but that's all right. I got a large cushion on the day, so now's the time to take risks if I want. As long as we don't fly up here, I should be all right. And there we fly up. Back at the previous closing price, though. Let's see if that props us down. I want to get this last 3,000. I don't mind swinging for the fences here in this Lucid Flex account and trying to get... Oh my gosh, of course we fly up. Back to green on the day now. Of course we fly up right here. I mean, at this point in time, like I said, I don't mind YOLO, I don't mind swinging for the fences here, but I don't like it. Let's see if we break down now. See if I can dig myself out of this hole. It's the day before the FOMC meeting. Maybe the time to attack chop is now. Okay, we almost went back red on the day. We have a cushion, but... So we're probably about to break even on this account now. I'm not going to add more to it, though. Tough day to trade, honestly. Kind of choppy, flat price action. Probably ahead of the FOMC. Spacex got up to 225. Started to... I wonder if this is rotation, too. We tapped the 200 exponential. Let's see if we break down now. There we go. That's better. There we go. All right, I'm going to start liquidating this immediately. Took me long enough to get into the green here. Cut most of that. And then hold the rest. We're probably just ranging in the high volume area. What did somebody ask, Britt? Sorry, I missed it. Let me find it.
Somebody asked, how do you calculate when to take profit in order to hit your profit target? Just by watching P&L?
Yeah, I watch the P&L, but it's also like with the Lucid Flex, there's a 50% consistency. So there's a 50% rule. I can't make over, my profit target of this thing's 6K. I can't make over 3K a day. So ideally, I'd like to get right around 3K for my goal, but
basically, they just want to make sure that you hitting that profit goal is not just a lark and it's actual skill to some degree.
Yeah, well, that's what the consistency rule is. But the good thing about Lucid Flex is that once you're actually funded, there is no consistency rule, right? Which I would rather have a consistency rule in the eval stage versus the funded stage, because that gives me more room to build profit. You know, if that makes sense. Like, I would rather no consistency rule in funded. All right, there we go.
Yeah,
okay,
I can identify with that. I get you.
Yeah, I'm taking some off down here. We're right at the VWAP though, so I'm going to take a little bit more off, see if we can break down underneath it. There we go.
So hopefully that answered your question, at Love Edison.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just right in the middle of this trade, so I want to see if we could break down some more. I got a nice average though, if y'all want to look at it. SpaceX still consolidating here, but we're kind of in a range here in the volume profile. So I'm trying to not be too greedy here.
No problem, buddy.
See if we flush. What time is it? Okay. 10:11.
9:11. 10:11 market time, sorry.
Yeah. All right, I'll add more to this if we start to break down here. I really want to see if we flush back down there. I'd love a lower high. But I also think longer term it looks a little bit more bullish, but SanDisk is all the way down to 212s here. Where's NVIDIA? NVIDIA's starting to creep up. That's probably what's dragging the market back up here too. Yeah, that's why I like, if you're going to buy Lucid, again, you can use my code and get a big discount, but Lucid Flex, I think those are that's the better option. Because Lucid Flex gives you more freedom once you're funded. You just need 5 winning days of a certain amount, depending on which account size you have. Where's SpaceX? SpaceX on a dip. Where's oil? Oil's at 77 still. I will hold this break even now too. It might chop me out with the 200 EMA being right above me, but maybe not. Not the best price action. It's probably because it's the day ahead of the FOMC meeting though. Still holding. Yeah, we're right at the VWAP here, so that's what the battle we're testing right now. That's why the volume is higher here at this area, because it's right around the VWAP, which is a longer term indicator versus like the 200 EMA. There's NVIDIA starting to break down. This might actually help me. There we go. NVIDIA now under the VWAP too. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna add on a bounce here. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna get out half, or the other piece there, then we'll try to hold the rest of this close to break even now. There we go. Start to really get a breakdown here. I'm gonna cut it right there and get out. Alright, so that's pretty good. It's looking more bearish. We might short a bounce too. But if we hold 30.8s, I don't want to sit through that because we could push back up. But this is mostly NVIDIA starting to break down here in chips.
Have you scaled out or are you still in?
I'm out. Look at NVIDIA, 209s. Yeah, it's a hard day to trade Apex for sure because, you know, market's a little bit sketchier with Fed meeting tomorrow. Maybe markets don't know what to do. It looks bearish here just based off of NVIDIA's price action, but if NVIDIA starts to chop, I mean, yeah, y'all just be careful.
It's just between you and me, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to look that up. I'm asking AI right now. I don't think they would. I think they'd keep it the same time.
Maybe so.
And I don't think it's going to move anyway, to be honest.
I mean, probably not, but just the fact that it's even being mentioned is something.
Yeah. So I think they're not going to do it. It's electronic anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nasdaq continues to fall down a little bit with the NVIDIA price action going down here. Here's Nasdaq. Here's the breakdown.
Service now look bearish. I don't know.
Service now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of up and down on the day. It's kind of flat to me. I don't know if it's bearish. It's software, so it depends on if you're a bull in software or not.
Yeah.
All right, there's the Nasdaq break under a key level here, that 30,800. Look at it fall. All right, so the Nasdaq dumping down. I should have held that short. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yep.
Let me see news. I will short a very large bounce if we get one.
Let's see.
I'll add some size here too. Not too much size.
United
There
States
we go.
rejected Israel's request to review the memorandum of understanding with Iran.
All right, so we're gonna take some off immediately out here because we got an immediate rejection, and now we're starting to flush down. Okay, I'll hold the rest flat. It's just 5 left. A little bit more off down here, to be honest, to be safe. Rest is break even.
And Deloitte is planning voluntary job cuts across its audit business as the firm has grappled with low levels of attrition and stagnant revenue.
Okay, so we have a stop loss set right above break even here. But I want to give this time to flush, but it's looking like it's going to stop me out. Yep, just got stopped out. That's okay. We still made a bunch. Stop me out on the rest.
Yeah, sorry, man. The news was that United States rejected Israel's request to review the Memorandum of Understanding.
Yeah, I think I saw that earlier, though.
Maybe I'm just responding to somebody in the chat.
Yeah.
Nah, don't put yourself down like that, dude. I don't mind rereading it, if you didn't catch it.
Yeah, I'm looking at other news, but the breakdown would have worked. Yeah, the last real news I see was Swiss Foreign Ministry saying the signing of the deal was going to be in Switzerland, June 19th.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're starting to test lows of the day here in the Nasdaq. So lows of the day are at 30,750. I think that's lows of the day. It's got to be. Yeah. We're getting close to lows of the day here in the Nasdaq. Look at it. So here we're falling down now. Look at the low of the day. We just cracked lows of the day here. We're now at 740s on the Nasdaq. Big jump down here. Big jump down. This could be news. But yeah, Nasdaq just cracked lows. If it's not news, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna buy it. I think that might be a little too risky. But it did crack lows just now.
Yeah, the deal signings to take place near Lucerne. I think it's pronounced Lucerne. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat.
Please help. $5,000 loss. Trade smaller, brother. You should be trading that big if it's so influential over your budget. Trade smaller, dude. SanDisk breaking down, MU breaking down, Nvidia breaking down. Yeah. I don't know if anything happened. It might just be a low of the day test. Crypto fear and greed index is at 23, so showing extreme fear.
Just shorted and got lucky, made 10K. Hey, congratulations.
Good job. Yeah, good job, dude. Once it broke down under this previous closing price and held and started specifically under this level is where a lot of people got short. If you look at it, right, like this level right here is where everybody jumped in short, right here. 800s. That was like a low for a long time this morning, and so once we cracked underneath this, you can see it held as resistance and we just broke down. We're starting to bounce a little bit though. I don't know if I trust it now though. SpaceX at the VWAP. Let's see if the VWAP holds for SpaceX. If you want to help support the channel, guys, like I said, Tradeify has got some great deals. Look at Tradeify right here. I think they have their 30% off deal right now. Their 35% off deal for Tradeify right now. And if you want some cheap direct-to-funded accounts, you can see Lightning funded, Select funding, Growth. A bunch of different options. So the Select funding is useful because you can choose your funding path. Daily, Flex, payouts every 5 days, max payout 1250, consistency none, daily loss limit none on the Flex account. This is why people like Flex. Max drawdown end of day 1,000. So again, end of day drawdowns on the Flex. This is what I like. And so in instant funding right now, if you use my code 225 for a Lightning funded account for a 25K, 320. So 25K Lightning funded will get you $1,000 drawdown, no daily loss limit, 20% consistency, end of day drawdown. So not bad. Nasdaq continues to break down here. You can use my code on everything, guys. Lucid, Tradeify. Nasdaq just tapped lows of the day again. 30,700 might prop us up here. Look at SpaceX dive down too. SpaceX under 208.
And you too could be a winner, you know.
Yeah, look at this fall at markets high here. We're reversing, testing lows. I don't know if I want to buy it up. Yeah, we just cracked lows. Let's see, there's 700s. I want to see if 700 props us up here, though. The Bears are kind of in control right now. I might buy a little bit here at 700. It's a risky trade, but I want to see if 700 holds. If it doesn't, I'll get out. But I just want to see if we retrace back up after cracking it. And I'll hold it very tight on the rest. And I'm going to get out there. Too deep a price action. We're still very green on the day, but too risky to hold through that, I think, right now.
Yeah, probably.
We ripped under 30,700s. So we might retrace back up, but it's too risky to hold now. Is there any news, guys? Do y'all see anything? I don't see anything right now on my tape, but market might just be turning red, filling some of this optimism that we've had all day. Bitcoin just turned down too, though.
I don't see anything.
More than 500,000 option contracts on Spacex changed hand within the first hour of options trading.
Golly.
Yeah, Nasdaq is pretty red on the day now. People were, I thought we might break 31,000 today, but I guess not. Bitcoin dumping. Yeah, I see Bitcoin falling too. Yeah, a bunch of people called the short. A plot twist before the signing on Friday? I hope not, dude. I hope we don't get another backtrack here. But yeah, look at these lows. And I see the... listen, I'm just going to call some people out here. I see you guys jumping into my stream as soon as we make big volatile moves. I see you guys. I see what you're doing here. Y'all are like, hey, there's news or something. Let me tune into John at Beginner Trading. I know you guys are. I see my viewer count. We were at 820 people. Now we're at 850 or 860 here. I see you guys. And I appreciate it. Listen, join my stream for breaking news. All right. We did hold over that 700 level. So it was too risky, but I was right. I'm just going to put that out there. Correct. I know what you guys are doing. I joined to find the news of the crash we are having right now.
I mean, if you're here some of the time, you might as well be here all the time. You know, you could be having the same fun as everybody else.
Brett, the used car salesman. Yeah.
Hey, dude, you go with what works.
I like it, dude. I like it. No, keep doing it, you know. SpaceX just jumped at the 200 exponential here. We're back up to 212s.
Cool. Like I said, you play to your personality, you know.
Yeah, beginner newscaster. That's right. I know.
I don't need John until I don't know what the hell just happened. Yeah, which means
that's right.
You always need John.
That's right. Listen, just for you. Nasdaq up to 750s here. I was right about that 700 level. We just barely got me out of here at 670s.
Yeah, you know, they say, like, you know, never have too much of a good thing, but there's no such thing as too much John.
BT stands for breaking news, breaking truths. You know, big truths going on in beginner trading. SpaceX at 208s here.
Yeah, and I agree with that. You know, I give you my stamp of approval.
Yeah. Just smash the like. Hey, thank you, my friend. Can we break 400? I'm showing 385s.
I think we can. We just need a little help.
Yeah. Watching oil trying to find a floor. Yeah, where's oil at? Oil at 77s here. Hit 76s. Weird that the Nasdaq and oil are moving with each other right now.
We can totally make it to 400. You know, to quote the Beatles, I get by with a little help from my friends.
John, show some moves? Dude, I don't have any moves, bro. You get me drunk enough, I'll dance, but it's not good dancing, that's for sure. Nasdaq
it's not
falling.
Sorry.
Nasdaq falling down, testing lows of the day again. Got rejected on that bounce here. Still falling. MU's testing lows. SanDisk is testing lows. Google's actually up. AMD's testing lows right now, and the Nasdaq's looking weak here. This whole thing,
seen any news.
It could just be buy the rumor, sell the news regarding the deal. We pump up in anticipation of the deal, and then closer we get to it, the more markets start correcting.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's what this is, but man, the Bears are here, guys. The Bears are here.
Also, y'all don't believe John. He dances like MC Hammer. He even has the hammer pants in his closet.
I do, man. That's right. You guys know me, you know.
Hammer time.
Hammer pants are cool again. Listen, I wore baggy jeans in the 90s. Jinkos, wallet chain, Air Maxes. No, not Air Maxes. Not Air Maxes. I like Air Maxes. Air Walks. That's right. Air Walks, Britt. You know.
Yeah.
I might put them on again. You know. I'll
John
find
was dressed to the nines. And hammer pants are making I mean, I wore my hammer pants just the other day to the mall, and everybody was looking at me. I mean, they were laughing, like pointing and laughing, but they were looking at me.
Yeah, you know. All right, guys, listen, we're still at these low levels here. SpaceX did bounce at the 200 exponential, but it's at 210s. It's looking bloody right now, guys. Here's TLT right now. TLT is actually up a little bit since the bell's showing lower yields movement. Where's gold? Gold's fading back down too. It's hammer time. That's right. You know. Did you go to raves? Not. This was before raves were really mainstream. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I haven't been at some ravey type of parties, but no actual raves at like a warehouse. No, I never did that. You know, that was either before my time or after my time. You know.
Yeah, I was never lucky enough to get invited. I guess I just wasn't one of the cool kids. You know? But all the people I talk to now in their 20s, like. Most of them's like, yeah, I was at a rave last week. It's like, where are all these raves happening?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, not that I care to go at this point in my life, but
you're too young for hammer pants. I am too young for hammer pants. I was more like Jinko's wallet chain skateboarder grunge 90s type of thing. You know, I had the hair. I had the hair that parted right down the middle. You know, like it was like a part down the middle like this, and I have curly hair too, so I had to put a bunch of gel in it. You know, I was looking good, I think. Nasdaq still flushing down under lows here.
Also, you're never too young for hammer pants.
Yeah. All right, guys, look, we're still breaking down. We're at 650s on the Nasdaq. Giving back a lot of these gains here. I don't see any news. Let me make sure before I say that. It's been a little bit of time. I don't see any news. So I think market's just scared.
And I guess I just didn't know anybody. Yeah, this downturn is it is weird. I mean, I know there's logical explanations for it, but still,
we're up so much, like so much. All-time highs. You know, reasonable to expect pullbacks at a certain point. I think. I've been mostly shorting since the bell too. We longed a little bit for sure. Nasdaq down to 650 here, but the bears are certainly in control now. I don't really like a short up until like 770s, 775s. I don't really like shorting lows of the day here, but we keep breaking. What's up, B Marsh? Do you have any bullish catalysts on the horizon? Not really. I have we have the Fed meeting tomorrow. I don't know if it's bullish. Nasdaq still falling here. 627. I'm not 40. I'm in my 30s. Nasdaq down at 620s right here. 620s.
John's a very young 31.
Look at this. You know? Look at this red, dude. Look at this right now. Whoa. Big squeeze going down here, man. Look at this red. Would you look at it, guys? 607s right now. 606s. About to break down under 30.6. Yeah, Japan raised rates last night. Highest rates have been there since 95, I believe. At 1% now. Which is still pretty freaking low. Like, just, the US is what? 3.5 to 3.75% right now. So, but it's low for them. It's high for them.
How have they kept it so low for so long?
Well, they did it to stimulate because they had problems back in the day, but it's been a super low interest rate environment for a long time there. We're at 30.6s now. I always want to buy this. If I buy it, it's going to be like 2 contracts here. You know what? We'll take 2 contracts. Wait, Lucid Flex doesn't have... It has EOD drawdown types, right?
Gold's down like $20 over the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, it has EOD drawdowns. Okay, good. All right, we're gonna size in here. It's risky, I know. Liquidity grab down here, please. Okay, there's the liquidity grab. I'm gonna remove some of this here. Add some back here, see if we pop back higher. There we go. All right. Okay. I like it. There we go. Take a little bit more off here. Hold the rest break even or so. Give me a dead cat. Hero's calling me, guys.
Aw, what now?
Hello? Hey.
Everybody be real quiet so you can hear. And it's raining there too. Must be a pretty big storm system to cover both of us.
Yeah, it's rated pretty heavy.
Yeah, same here.
I'm gonna get out this long real quick if we break down under my level here. Okay, we're gonna stay in this now. Lucid is futures. FTMO is Forex. I like Lucid a lot though. Lucid's great. I don't know if I want to add to this or not. It could just be a dead cat. Where's SpaceX right now? SpaceX is fading a little bit here though. I got a pretty good entry here, but I don't necessarily like it. I think we can bounce more, but I'll add if we get over this short-term moving average here. I'm worried that's going to prop it down. There we go. I'm going to cut it right there, actually. I'm going to get out. All right. Pretty good. Hey, thank you, NM, for your daily donation here today, bro. When you stop donating to me every day, I'm going to expect it. Everything is dumping to yesterday's prices. Now, dumping is relative. We're definitely dumping today. I appreciate the donation, my friend. Thank you, brother. But we're definitely dumping today. You know, we're definitely down a lot. Relative to the super green levels we were at in pre-market is what I mean. Like, we were very, very green in pre-market. Very, very green in pre-market. So we were almost at all-time highs, and I think we actually broke all-time highs in Nasdaq futures this morning a couple different times. We got up really close to 31K, you know, and then now we've just been fading back down here. So like we're dumping for sure. I think dumping is justified use. Like the use of the word dumping is justified today, but it's, you know, again, we'll see. Fake phone call? Definitely a fake phone call.
Oh yeah, totally. That was actually me calling him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, see, somebody say we're more insights from Bank of Japan. They weren't as hawkish as you might expect them to be. They still raised rates to the highest level since '95, but people interpreted it as more dovish than expected, even though they were still pretty hawkish altogether. Oil is still falling here, though, guys. Look at oil, 77. It's getting close to the lows here for oil on the right side chart. Look at oil right here. So oil is down to 77s for WTI crude right now.
User reports indicate problems with DoorDash down detector. That's what's turning markets, I'm sure.
Oh no, I like DoorDash. You know.
So yeah, except for yesterday.
Hey, thank you for the donation, Astronomer, my guy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm seeing chips rebound a little bit here though, so I do see some chips bounce back here. Nvidia, AMD bouncing back some. I mean, they're not bouncing back a lot. They're still in a downward trend since the open, but a little bit better than they could be here.
Nothing like spending $27 on a coffee delivery.
If you would have held that short, you'd have made like 50K. I would have made like 50K, bro. I'm kind of mad about it now. But I'm greening off on the day where it's okay. Like, it's all right. Where are the bears now? The bears are here, dude. Oil bears are here. SpaceX. I don't know about SpaceX bears, but Nasdaq has gone from almost 31,000 all-time highs. This is where we were in pre-market this morning. Very close to 31K right here. We've dropped all the way back down red on the day and then slumped at the opening bell here. Got a little recovery bounce, though. We'll see if it ends up holding, but... Scary day so far already. Do I want to short a bounce here? I need like 7s maybe, like 725s. Maybe I'd consider shorting here. SpaceX back up to 210s. So far the chat, we asked people bull or bear since the opening bear. Mostly bulls, and y'all were wrong today, friends.
Hey, you know what's funny is this is the one time I said bear.
Hey, you were right. You were right, dude.
60% of the time, I'm right every time.
I know, I believe that, dude. I believe that. Let's see what SpaceX does. Alright, there's 700s here. Now we're ripping 2 700s. Over 700s now. Back. I'm gonna short just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Famous last words.
Just a little tap. Tap, tap, taparoo.
That's right. Go to your home, which is lows of the day right now. Oil still.
Your home?
Yeah, Nasdaq. Come on now. Feed me lows of the day here. I'll add a little bit more. I'm not going to add any more. 700 is my level. But we'll get out at like over 30s. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm gonna take some off now. Hold the rest, break even, see if we can break down some more. There we go. A little bit more time here. See if the bears start getting excited again.
Not sure if you caught it, but SPY retested yesterday's open.
Yeah, we're back down to the lows from what, yesterday or the that's what I keep hearing. Oil just cracked lows of the day here, guys. I'm gonna take one off here so I can look at oil real quick and manage it correctly. That 700 level did reject like I wanted it to. But here's oil. Oil just hit 76.80s right now. Yeah, I might take some off here if it breaks over break-even level again. I'm looking for 700s to reject, though.
RBC's McKay sees lower demand in Canada amid uncertainty on USMCA, taking more risk in U.S. where economy stronger. Bank B sheets filling up quickly with capital demand. Sorry.
No, you're good. I like this short. We're in it. SpaceX back under the 200 EMA, but very small trade now. I just want to see if it breaks down some more here. This little short-term moving average might be propping it up though.
I literally said yesterday's open like 3 times. Hey, sorry, Sublime. I didn't see it, man.
What did he say?
Oh, said that he literally said yesterday's open like 3 times. It was somebody else's comment that I read. I just didn't see your comment, man. Sorry. You know, it's all about timing.
You might have been talking to me where I was like, I don't know if it was yesterday's or the day before.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
sorry, I'm
maybe
in the
so.
middle of, I'm trying to multitask here, guys. It's difficult to trade while you're also managing a stream with 800 people mixed with also trying to digest and break market news as it happens here. So it's difficult. It takes multitasking for sure. Which is why I kind of zone out sometimes and ignore the chat. No offense to you guys, but sometimes you got to focus. And
Yeah, and it's why I have to pick and choose what and when to feed him.
yeah, that's right. Baby carrots, dude. Baby carrots.
Although most of the time he catches it before I do. So
yeah. Don't say sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say sorry, dude. Alright.
I'm just trolling. Okay, well, you know, just wanted to cover
That's
my
fair.
bases.
Yeah, that's fair. I think if we crack that low with this candle, we're looking pretty good, but we could retrace back up and fake everybody out. But if we can get down under this low, I think we're okay. Not investment advice. There we go. There's the low.
Yeah,
There
plus
we
I
go.
just have low incoming boundaries, so I'm quick to say sorry.
There we go. All right, I'm gonna get out here. Might be early, but
I think you made good money today, haven't you?
yeah.
And there's nothing
These two
wrong with
guys
getting
are
out.
weird. Definitely weird and fun. Hey, thank you,
Oh, yeah.
Keo. It's okay, John. You were doing a great job. Makes a lot of. Hey, thank you, Keo. John, you're brave. Definitely brave. You know.
That was his
continue
nickname in
the
high
good
school,
work.
John the Brave.
I'm like Braveheart. I'm Brave John. You know. I believe that's my name, guys. Oil still tested lows here. Everybody's a little weird, you know.
Oh, we're definitely weird. I mean, everybody, like John said, everybody has their idiosyncrasies, but I've always been kind of a strange dude, and I've learned to accept it. It makes life interesting.
Strangeness is endearing, I think, guys. You know.
Yeah, but I appreciate the weird and fun sometimes part.
Yeah. Stop using silly billies, bro. It's not gonna catch on, Dan. I refuse to use it. I'm not saying it anymore. You know. In fact, just because you said that, I'm gonna check you out right now. You know, I'm looking at your profile right now. I see your leather jacket, Ronnie Svensson. You know,
I do have to ask though, is that a Venture Brothers reference? Is that a Henry Killinger reference from Venture Brothers?
Hey, thank you for the subscribe, my friend. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's either that or it could be, I don't know. Hold on. AMD breaking down. SpaceX is a little boring today, guys. Yeah, the Nasdaq rejection. Where did it reject? 30.7. I'm not gonna say I said it, but
I see you, Donsk. You know, I knew it was a reference. I mean, I was pretty sure.
okay, it is a reference. All right, I got it.
And I love that show. It's hilarious.
Hello, noob. Been following the stream for a long time. Continue with the good work, guys. Hey, thanks so much, my friend. I appreciate it. Now let's see if we pick up some support here. 650s maybe propping the Nasdaq up. Oil's down to 77 though.
Good. I hope it keeps falling.
Honestly, bro, what did you say? 65? You might be right. Maybe we will be at 65 if this trend continues.
I'm probably gonna be right.
I think you could be right.
I know, but I'm trying to go into this with some confidence.
Oh,
It's gonna
that's
work.
right.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna win.
Okay. All right. I believe that. I believe that. All right, Nasdaq's still breaking down under 650s now, getting close to lows of the day. Lows of the day are right around 30.6 thousand in the Nasdaq.
That's right, Zero. Go Team Venture. Doctor misses the Monarch.
Yeah, we're at 640s right now. Shoot, we're too close to that low for me to really try to target it, though. everyone's weird. Life is about finding other weird people that your weirdness gets along with.
It's true.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. All right, guys. Are you red or green today? I feel like we're not going under lows, just going to chop all day ahead of FOMC. I don't know. We're looking a little weak right now, though, for sure. Nasdaq's breaking down for sure today, so far since the opening bell. We could chop sideways leading into FOMC. I think we got a lot of other stuff going on outside of the FOMC, though, that's influencing markets. You got the deal potentially getting signed on Friday. You have chip and memory overextension arguments. You have oil breaking down. You have SpaceX and rotations from that. You have a lot of stuff going on in markets that, you know, generally the Fed meeting with a pause is not the biggest deal. But I think with Warsh being his first press conference tomorrow, maybe we'll get more volatility than we're used to. And maybe ahead of the Fed meeting, people are just hanging out and waiting. All right, so I asked people, are you red or green? I see red, green, red, green. A little red, but nothing crazy. Green. Sorry, dude. I got a flash flood in my area. I got to call Carol and make sure she gets home. Hold on.
Yeah, I think I just got a similar notification.
Yeah, I just got a warning of flash flood in my area. Let me call Carol. Hold on.
Yeah. Or be careful.
Market was going up.
She good?
Yeah, she's here already.
Okay.
SpaceX climbing back up to 210s. I don't know. Sometime this year, probably Masters. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, well, I'm losing a little bit. Are you going through a tunnel?
Yeah, I'm in a tunnel right now. You know, right now I'm in one, dude. How did you know? I
could just tell.
All right, guys, look at SpaceX. Volume coming in, 211s right now for SpaceX. So volume is showing up right now. I don't know whether I want a long or short right now. SpaceX just crossed over the volume weighted average prices at 212s. JP Morgan expects issuance relating to AI and data centers is likely to remain at robust levels in the coming years. Of the estimated 5.5 trillion in AI-related spend by 2030, 4.1 trillion is expected to be debt financed, according to a market source. SpaceX back up to 212s, though. Yeah, is it raining where you guys live?
Always. At least this summer.
Yeah, I see that Apex at 9:30 opening bell tomorrow is when he's supposed to speak.
Yeah, I would expect it to be pretty bad where you are 2-0. I mean, I think you're only like an hour and a half away from me.
I expected Rave John this morning. We're supposed to get clapped in Detroit. Intel has been breaking down. I'm still green on the day, though. SpaceX is helping me.
Babe John with the shade glasses and the glow sticks and the
Yeah.
pacifier.
Yeah. Aren't we all locked on SpaceX? It depends on if you have if you had shares held for you. Can't think of the word. I think, yeah, eventually it'll hit 300. I don't know when. Man, I was supposed to go train jiu-jitsu today, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do now. If I'm rained out.
Just go swimming.
Yeah, I could
Like
swim there.
in the street, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Phoenix is sunny and 111 today. Chance of a shower at 5 p.m. Yeah, but that's probably just you cooling off because it's 111 degrees.
Yeah. I don't know what I want to do here. We're at 650s. Still looking red.
It is pouring down here. Jeez. I'm surprised I still have power.
I'm gonna go look out my window here. Definitely rain.
Start playing that. Huh?
Yeah, there's definitely rain outside.
Yeah. I mean, it's raining really heavy here. I'm about to start playing that Johnny Cash song, How High is the Water, Mama?
Nasdaq, look, here we go. We're getting close to lows again. 627s.
Man, I hope nobody heard that.
All right, look, so Nasdaq's still getting close to lows. You know what? I'll take one contract short here. Just one.
I'm going to take a peek outside real quick, too, John. Just want to make sure the lake isn't coming up too high. I'll be right back.
All right.
Nah, that's not what you heard. If you heard anything, you heard my stomach growling.
I expected the chat to react this way. It's a conspiracy, Brit. It's spinning out of control, dude. All right, Nasdaq still breaking down. We're green on this one too, but big pullbacks. Let's see here. We're very close to lows of the day. I'm gonna short into this, I guess. Give me the low. There we go. I'm gonna take one off there. We're at the lows of the day now. I'm gonna get out the rest right there. So that short worked also. Look at the red showing up now. Testing lows of the day again here. Nasdaq cracking lows again. Look at it. Hey, thank you for becoming a member, Dusk. Hey, thank you, brother. Appreciate it, dude. Shout out to Dusk for becoming a member. Thank you, bro. Last week, we've had a lot of donations. A lot of members. So thanks so much, man. Appreciate the love. You can now use these emojis. We got tricked by Guru saying don't buy SpaceX. Hey, thank you for the donation, Fighter for Street. More donations, dude. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks for all the love and support, you guys. Genuinely appreciate it. I'm only seeing this now when I'm coming back, but thank you.
Yeah, we got out just in time for that short, too. We're right at the lows of the day here. SpaceX is mostly sideways, really.
And thanks for becoming a member, too, Dusk.
Yeah, thank you, Dusk. Thank you, Fighter for Street.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, God, these people are ridiculous.
It's the internet, Brit.
I know, I just saw the fart comments. It's his channel, let him fart. I didn't fart. I would cop to it if I did. My stomach did growl, though.
You're fired, dude. Yeah, what happens is I'll hit this vape, this nicotine vape, and I'll hold it in, because I'll start saying something, and then I start to cough on it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to get out of here probably, guys. It's probably time. I need to give up that nicotine vape for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You're going to get choked out a bunch just because you don't have the stamina.
I know, dude. Honestly, I'm probably not training today. I was going to train this morning. But it doesn't look like that, no.
Just pull a Kramer and make Jack roll with you.
Maybe. All right, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Yeah, we're not doing a giveaway today, Sarge. Sorry, my friend. Also, guys, listen, do you want to help support your channel? Check out Apex. Great way to help support us here. Listen, everything we do here is free. I don't sell a course. Don't sell a service. Don't have some paywall behind Discord. Don't have, all that nonsense. Instead, you can help support us like this. Use BGT coupon code, beginner trading BGT. Apex has $85 for 5 accounts, $17 each. You want end of day trail drawdown, which is better. It's $175 for 5. Very cheap. It's probably the best introductory account. That or Take Profit Trader. You want experience stuff? Check out Lucid. End of day drawdowns and everything. Lucid Flex has the best rules once you're actually funded. That's why people like Lucid Flex. Code BGT will get you all the discounts. You can find all the links in the description if you haven't already. Thanks so much for the love today, guys. It was a fun stream. And we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we have retail sales data at 8:30, and then we have the Fed meeting at 2 p.m. The Fed meeting at 2:30, the rate decision at 2 p.m. Nasdaq just cracked lows of the day again. So we're still breaking down in markets here, guys.
And yeah, I just want to reiterate, if you appreciate, what we do, especially John works really hard to bring you guys all this content. Support, it's appreciated.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Hey, y'all be safe. Have a great day. Subscribe.
Have a great day, guys.
Like. I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good.
Later, everybody.